They go. Touchdown.
It's time for Mount Union Purple Raider football on AM 1310 WDPN. It's time for Mount Union football on your radio and live on AM 1310 WDPN's Facebook and X pages, as well as streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. The 13-time Division III national champions are locked in and ready for battle. So let's head to the stadium and join our play-by-play team of Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere for all the action. This is Mount Union football, and it starts right now on AM 1310 WDPN.
Here on AM 1310 WDPN, streaming live at Q92radiosports.com. It is NCAA Division III OAC College Football today. Your Mount Union Purple Raiders at home, 7-0, take on the Capital Comets. Hi again, everybody. I'm Sam Berkwin, joined by my partner today. Not Ryan Bevere. Mike Voorhees with me this afternoon here at Cara Stadium as we get ready for the Comets and the Purple Raiders. Mike was here last weekend filling in. He was with Jay as they called the 33-7 Mount win over Ohio Northern. Welcome back to the crib, my friend.
Thanks, Sam. Looking forward to it. I get to sit next to you. I'm so excited. This is great. We're going to have some fun today.
We've got Mount Union comes in here at 7-0, the number 2 nationally ranked Purple Raiders. Sole possession of first place in the OAC. Again, took care of Northern last weekend, 33-7. Capital, who has the most overall wins in 5 seasons, boy, did they have a gut punch loss last weekend, 20-19, as they fell to Otterbein on homecoming nonetheless. Now, in my mind, it's still Halloween season. It's still a little scary. I got some scary numbers for you. The Purple Raiders have beaten Capital 38 consecutive times. This will be the 59th meeting overall between these two teams. Last time Cap beat Mount, 1987, down in Columbus by the score of 26-25. Average score in this series, 58.9 to 3.4. Raiders have outscored the Comets 824 to 48, and it's been a tough road for Capital against the mighty machine here in Alliance. Jeff Dart, 63-4 overall. He is perfect in the OAC, 45-0. Brian Foose, 6-45 overall, 3-42 in the OAC in his 6th season as head coach of Capital. He spent some time with Madonna University in Michigan, Ohio Wesleyan, BW, Ohio Dominican, Otterbein. He was a starting offensive lineman for Otterbein. Jeff Dart, he played here. He has coached here. He is now the man in charge here as the Purple Raiders are driving for yet another NCAA Division III National Championship. Not a bad day today at all. Last night, it was windier than all get out. Today, the flags are a little bit more calm, although if you look out in the tailgate area, they're whipping around. Inside the stadium, the flag is barely moving at all as we approach 53, 54 degrees here this afternoon in the Carnation City. Purple Raiders in the black jerseys today, purple pants, white numbers in letters, no stripe on the pants. They got the Raider helmet, script on the side, and white on the purple helmet. Capital, top to bottom, white helmets, white jerseys, white pants, purple numbers and letters with the gray trim. We're underway. Merrick puts it in the air, and a fair catch called for at the 7-yard line, and the Capital Comets will take over 1st and 10. Well, we'll get a look here at the Mount Union defense, which has been stifling, suffocating, quick. They have been a capitalizing type of defense, so we'll see what they bring to the table today here against this Comet offense led by the quarterback Tyler Love out of Tays Valley in Asheville, Ohio. Your fullback will be Kasim Johnson. Your wide receivers, Preston Hankins, Nate Yunker, he's been around for a while. Wide receiver, L.J. Haynes, and, of course, the tight end will be Trent Renz out of Hamilton Township in Obetz, Ohio.
It's a different quarterback, Sam. It's Donovan.
Oh, they're going with Donovan Duncan. All right. That's a nice 2 deep. There's a pass out into the flat, caught across the 22 and out to the 23-yard line. That's Kasim Johnson out of Robinson High School down in Tampa, Florida. Junior, 5'10", $155. Always love, and it's nobody's fault. It happens. But if I had a nickel for every time I showed up and I had my 2 deep that was sent out 3 or 4 days prior and what actually is on the field that day, I would be a rich man.
You would be.
So no Tyler Love today, the redshirt junior. He's got good size, too, 6'2", almost 200. Donovan, 6'2", 215. He'll throw a little out pattern. Intercepted to the house. 10-5 touchdown. And just like that, the Purple Raiders are on the board. It's an Oski, a pick six for the nation. And it's 6-0 Purple Raiders.
Well, he read that play like a book, Sam. Stepped in front of it, walked it in. I think you and I could have walked it in.
Jerry Cooper, ball hawk, grabs it, waltzes into the end zone. And with 14-13 to go in the opening quarter, it's already 6-0 Mount Union. Have a good night, everybody.
I love it.
Yvonne in for the extra point. McMerrick has been spectacular this season. Field goals, extra points. Michael Franklin will hold. He is the Purple Raider punter. There's the good snap, the good spot. Merrick's extra point is on the way, and he missed it.
Little push.
Pushed it to the right. I mean, he had the juice, but he pushed it. So it's 6-0 Mount Union with 14-13 to go. But what a stage for the Purple. What a start for the Raiders today, Mike.
Absolutely. You love it when your defense can put points on the board for you. It takes a little bit of pressure off the offense. Even though this offense doesn't need help, they're able to put up points. However often they so choose, Mikey Malone is as good as advertised.
So the Purple Raiders with the defensive score, and they love defensive scores. They really celebrate those. And why not? Usually when your offense is the side of the ball putting up 40, 50, 60 a night, it's nice that your brothers on the other side of the football help you out a little bit and put some points on the board themselves.
Absolutely. I love that Mount Union lets Connor Rafferty do the kicking. The freshman from Nordonia High School.
Connor has been outstanding this year. Touchbacks in play, touchbacks in the end zone. Give Merrick a little rest once in a while. Some of the crowd still filing in for the tailgate area out of the parking lot today. Rafferty with the kickoff. He gets his foot into it. He'll bang that thing 6 yards deep into the end zone. And Capital will come out and start 1st and 10. 20 seconds to go down in the first half in Columbus. Ohio State 17, Penn State 14 down at the shoe. So a little closer than a lot of us thought there.
Yeah.
Baylor over UCF 20-zip in the second quarter. West Virginia and Houston 21-21 in the second. Illinois leads Rutgers 14-6. SMU Miami tied at 7.
What is going on at the shoe?
That's what they get for wearing black uniforms.
Unfortunately.
You're scarlet and gray. Wear them. 1st and 10 for Cap. Here comes Donovan Duncan in the comments now. Wide left, right, slot left. Duncan is in the gun. Raiders showing blitz now. They'll fall back. Duncan will hand it off inside 20, 25, 20, 30, across the 34. Shoved out of bounds. And around the 33, 34-yard line. Johnson, the ball carrier. Not a bad get up there, about 9 yards, maybe 8 on the play. We'll call it second down, and officially, let's call it. I'm going to wait till they move that stick. All right, now we're going to go second down and 1.
That was Gary Cooper Jr. in on the stop, able to force him out of bounds before he picked up the first down, Sam.
Coop with a pick six and a solo here today already. 13:35 in the first quarter. Purple Raiders on top early 6-0 here at Cara Stadium in the Carnation City. Next weekend, we'll be down on the river. Marietta, 1:30 next Saturday, 13:10 WDPN. Johnson left side, nothing there. Goes out left again. Costa T with the tackle, brings him down at the 34. He's going to be short of the first down. Costa Trashogulu has had an outstanding season this year for Mount Union. Kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, if you look at the Mount Union football program, they have any given year between 300 and 350 kids in the program. And every once in a while, somebody will shoot up the chart in spring, and they'll have a great camp. And Costa is doing that this year for Coach Jeff Dart. 3rd down and 1. We'll call it, see if the Raiders can get off the field. Hand off up the middle. It's going to be short. Got him at the 33-yard line. Not even close. Hambrick on the carry, the freshman. And Mount Union, they just had more defenders than Common had offenders, and it's going to be a punt situation for the Comets. And not a good start for Capner today.
Now, Caleb Brown read that like a book. He was in the backfield. He could have taken it from the quarterback if need be.
How about Capital? They got double. There you go. Now they'll split out. Looks like they had double punters back there for just a second. All right, Mason Ashby. Here we go. Mason's back at his 30 to receive the punt. It's a rugby punt, and he shanked it a little bit off the side of his foot. And it's going to go out of bounds at around the Mount Union 37-yard line. So that's where Mount will go first and 10. 11:56 in the quarter. 6-0 Raiders. Not a bad way to start. Your defense gets you a touchdown, and now your first possession, you're going to be starting at your own 36-yard line.
Absolutely. That punt looked like my drive off the 7th tee the other day. Shanked it bad.
Not a bad day to go out and hit today.
No, I don't think so at all.
Might be a little bit wet, but here comes Mikey Maloney and the Purple Raiders, first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Their first offensive snap today, and they already lead 6-0. Darnell in the backfield. Going in motion was Nicky Turner. Handoff right up the middle. Darnell, 40, 41, 42. Williams taken down at the 42-yard line. Gain of 6 yards on the play.
Great job there by Darnell. Just took what the defense gave him and still picked up 7.
Owen Beatty led the defensive coverage, or the tackle, I should say, for Capital. 11:30, clock running in the opening quarter. 6-0 Raiders here at Mount Union. A little bit of an overcast day. We had a lot of sunshine earlier today, but the clouds have kind of moved in and just a little bit of a breeze blowing left to right. Hand off to Williams again. A little shake and bake across the 44 to the 45. Close to the first down. Going to be just a little bit short on the tackle for Capital. C2 McAdams out of Tampa, Florida with the stop. And Mount's going to have a 3rd and 1 now at their own 45-yard line. Under 11 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Raiders here on 1310 WDPN. Sam Burke with Mike Voorhees with you today. Ryan Rainsberg at the command center back on Smith Avenue. Here we go. Raiders, wide right, slot right. H back to the left. Now motion by Grant. They'll give it to Darnell. 50, 45. He's out of the gate. He turns on the burners, and he's gone. Touchdown, Mount Union. 55 yards. Darnell Williams to the house. 12-0 Raiders.
Well, and I mean, what can you do there? He hit that hole, and he was gone, Sam. I'd have been able to run through that hole.
Looking over at our friends at the TV booth, we just kind of looked at each other for a couple seconds and nodded in what we thought was going to happen. Merrick on for the extra point. Out of Falls Church, Virginia. Michael Franklin to hold it. This would make it a 13-0 lead. First extra point was pushed to the right. This extra point is up, and it is bullseye. So 10:33 to go in the first quarter. It's 13-0 Mount Union.
Well, that's the way you want. Out of the gate quick. Your defense puts one up. The offense is like, well, hold on. We're going to show you how it's done.
Clemson leads Duke 28-21 late in the second quarter. Army 10, Air Force 3. Arizona State, Iowa State 3-3 almost at the end of the first quarter. See if Coach Campbell and the Cyclones can get a W today. Halftime in Columbus, 17-14 Buckeyes. World Series tonight, Game 7, Mike.
Yes,
Game
sir.
7.
Don't even get me started about that game.
Blue Jays. Dodger. Well, what a wild ending that was.
I blame the umps. I really do. That was horrible. He could have easily gotten that baseball. It wasn't wedged.
Didn't even make an effort. Turned around and put his arms up. The ball was hit. If you missed it last night, the base hit deep left center field. For a second, I thought it might go. I thought it was either going to be a home run or a one bouncer. Well, it ended up sticking at the bottom of the wall, between the wall and the field. And the center fielder for LA puts his hands up. The umpire said, okay, that's going to stop play. And everybody had to go back to second and third. And a run would have scored. And the Blue Jays end up hitting into a double play. And the game's over. And there's a Game 7. It was just that quick.
It was Miles Straw, a former Guardian, that would have scored to make it a one-run game.
Easily.
And, yeah, it was pretty poorly done. But how about our buddy Bill Belichick gets his first win at UNC last night?
Did they win?
Tar Heels won his first win at the University of North Carolina.
See, I thought they had a couple of wins already.
I thought that was his first win. It might have been his first win in the ACC.
27-10 Carolina last night. Handoff over the right side of the 25-26 yard line. Carolina's 3-5 right now.
Yeah, so they got some wins, but it's his first ACC win.
But they scored 21 unanswered in that second half to beat Syracuse at the Dome last night.
Well, he is the Don of football for a reason. Bill Belichick knows what he's doing sometimes.
Would you bring him back to the lakefront if there's a coaching change?
I think there might be.
Would you reach out?
I mean, what's the harm in having a conversation?
Have a conversation. I think that's as far as I would take it.
Yep.
Second down and 9, Capital at their own 26-yard line. Donovan Duncan back to throw. Slant caught at the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45 on a first down. Nice run after the catch, Preston Hanukkah out of West Claymont, Cincinnati, Ohio. First down for the Comets at their own 44.
Great call there. A couple of broken tackles.
So Capital down 13-zip, 9:25 in the opening quarter, just kind of getting loosened up here at the University of Mount Union on this Saturday afternoon. Game number 8 for the Purple Raiders. It has flown by. Back to throw. Incomplete at the 30-yard line. Had a man. Hanukkah was open. He had 2 or 3 steps. And the ball was just a little bit overthrown by Duncan, or that should have been a touchdown.
Well, if you saw Costa, he was looking at the official. The receiver kind of pushed off of him. That's how he got those extra steps.
Little hand fighting.
No call there, but thankfully an incomplete pass for Mount Union.
9:11 to go in the first quarter, 13-0 Raiders. As we mentioned, next Saturday we'll be at Marietta at 1:30 on 13-10. 2 weeks from today, we'll be back home against Muskingum at 1:30. Then let the postseason begin. And off over the right side, and that's going absolutely nowhere. Big-time tackle for the Purple Raiders. Parker Logan out of Columbus Academy with the tackle. Again, woo.
The ball carrier, Brandon Hambrick Jr., freshman.
Not a very good spot either for Capital. They mark him back on the Capital side of the 44-yard line. Coach Brian Foose trying to get something going with this football program. And boy, when you lose to Homecoming and you lose to Otterbein last week in the fashion they did, that had to have been just a devastating loss. And then their reward is to come up to Mount Union and play the next day. Duncan back to throw, a little out route, caught at midfield, stretching. All depends what kind of a spot they give Hanukkah. He reached it across. Did they give him the first down?
Sure looks that way, Sam.
Yep, it's a first down for Capital. So the Comets keep the drive alive, and smart play there by Hanukkah. A couple of the Capital fans that have made the trip up with a round of applause as their team gets a fresh set of downs. 13-0 Raiders, 7:50 to go in the first quarter. Duncan the throw, left side. It is caught and immediately dropped is Johnson. I'll tell you what, if that pass is another half second late, that could have been another pick 6 for Mount Union.
Well, it was Costa T on it. He knew it. Sam, he saw it, read it, made the tackle. They're going to lose 2. Gotta love how Mount Union swarms to the football.
Yep. Run to the football, gang tackling, aggressive. Let them know you're here. Second down and 12 for Cap at the Purple Raider 48-yard line. Duncan will hand it off over the right side. Johnson's got a big hole, 30, 25, 20. Can they catch him? 15. Johnson to the 10. Johnson out of bounds inside the 5 and down and around the 3-yard line. That's a 45-yard jaunt by Johnson, his first and goal, Capital.
I don't know what happened there on the tackle, but he busted through that line, Sam, and he turned on that gear. But thankfully, Jerry Cooper Jr. able to force him out of bounds, or we'd have been looking at an extra point attempt here.
Let's see if the Raiders can lock it down. Capital, first and goal at the Mount 2, double tight. slot right, handoff to the tailback. That's going nowhere. Parker Logan was there first. Nothing doing on the play that time for Capital. It'll be second down and goal. Hambrick again on the carry, number 17, and there was nowhere for him to run.
Gotta love Brandon Bowden. Fought through it, was the man there. He had a big game last week, Sam. Looked really good on that defensive side of the football. He spent most of the game in the backfield.
Mm-hmm. Brandon, one of the best, not only in the OAC, but in Division III. Capital now second and goal from the Raider 2. Slot left, twins right. Duncan's going to roll to the right. He's looking in the end zone. He'll throw to the back of the end zone. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Nate Yunker out of Pataskala Watkins Memorial. They may not have a better shot down here, Mike. That should have been caught.
Should have been caught, but on the defense was former Massillon Tiger, Zach Liebler.
Yep.
He had a chance at it as well.
So now this is where Mount earns their grit. You let a team get down here first and goal inside your 3, you get 4 chances to keep them out. And here's one of those chances right here. Donovan Duncan hands it off, right side. Hambrick again, drilled and taken down at the 2-yard line. And if you're Capital, you got to go here.
Oh, they're going to kick it, Sam. They'll take the points. You're already down 2 scores. I think what's the harm in trying to go for it? You're on the 3. If you miss.
You know what, though? This is just me doing some thinking here, and I'll relay my thought. Ethan Graham is in for the field goal. This will be almost a 19-yard attempt. This is a chippy hash mark to the left. Snap, spot, kick is up. It is good. And Capital is on the board. So 5:10 to go in the first quarter. It's Mount Union 13 and Capital 3. My thought there is they just didn't want to get shut out today.
That's fair. That's fair.
Whatever that means, it means. So they got the points, and it's a 10-point ball.
Yeah, the way I look at it, if you'd have missed, Mount would have had it deep in their own end. They would have had 97 yards to go. I don't know. I think a little different. I'm aggressive.
Oh, I would have went for it, but I'm saying they're looking at it as we don't want to get out of here today with a goose egg. So let's get our 3. So we have that. But yeah, I would have gone for sure because Mount obviously not done scoring today. So 5:10 to go in the first quarter, 13-3. Purple Raiders. Some of the students have made their way over today. Not many, but there's a few. Mount stands today probably 50% full, maybe 55. Sparse over here on the visiting side today. Still tough to go up against the big dogs on TV at noon. It's tough.
Yeah.
There's the field goal, very short by Graham, and that's going to go right out of bounds.
There's our first look at some laundry today. Oh, 2 flags. Not just one, Sam. We get 2.
2 for the price of 1. I saw enough laundry last night.
Oh.
I know you did too.
Yeah, it was, high school football at its finest. It happens sometimes. These kids are learning. And
Sometimes.
You want to give them the benefit of it.
Well, a lot of times it's not the kids.
No.
A lot of times it's the guys in the striped shirts that feel like they need to be a little bit more active than maybe they should be. I have a lot of officiating friends. They know I mean well. Here comes the Purple Raiders now. Black jerseys, purple pants today for the Machine. 13-3 Mount, 5:10 to go. Mikey Maloney in the gun. Twins right. H-back. Now breaking out of it is Wyatt Steele. Mikey's going to go back to throw. He slings it. Got a man open. Incomplete and intercepted at the Mount Union 47-yard line. That ball was just picked off. And it was picked off by Deontay Saley out of Columbus East 4 Academy. And the Capital Commons get the ball right back. Only Maloney's second interception of the season.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to lead him a little too far inside. The corner definitely had the advantage there. It happens.
Not often.
Not often. Like you said, only his second interception thrown this season. Mikey's a good one.
So here comes Capital now with a little energy on this side at Kara Stadium. 13-3 Mount, but the Comets with the ball first and 10 at the Raider 47-yard line. Duncan in the gun. He'll go back to throw it. Left side, it's caught at the Mount 40, twisting, pulling away, and taken down at the 39-yard line. Tell you what, Haneke has been the guy here. The last 5 snaps, I think they've gone his way 4 times. It's a gain of around 8 yards. We'll call it second down and 2.
Well, kudos to Mr. Duncan. He stood in the pocket, but he took a shot from Mr. Cruz. He paid for throwing that football.
I would love to know what's going on with their starting quarterback, Tyler Love. Came in 6th in the league in total offense, 203 yards a game. Not today. There's a nice tackle by Caleb Brown in the backfield, back at the 41-yard line. As they got Hambrick for a loss, and that'll bring up third down for Capital. 4:15 running clock here in the first quarter of play. Sam Berkman, Mike Voorhees with you. 13-3 Mount Union over Capital.
Sam, Tyler Love was throwing down pregame when I was down there. He was warming up, so I assumed he was going to play.
Yeah, that was a curveball. 3rd and 4 for Cap at the Raider 41-yard line. Mount with 4 down linemen. Duncan's going to go back to throw. Here comes the heat. He has to dump it off. It's caught, but going backwards after the catch, and that's going to be short of the first down.
Barely.
Boy, you got a pretty good spot on progress. Well, now they're going to give him the first down. Holy cow.
Wow. Well, one official marked him short. The other one said, no, I think he got it. Little conversation, and first down we go. Even the scoreboard operator's a little stunned.
Boy, that was an interesting spot there. 1st and 10 for Capital at the Mount Union 38-yard line. Donovan Duncan back to throw deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 15, inside the 10, to the 5, to the 3-yard line. Nate Yonker again with the catch. And Capital is showing some fight. 1st and goal for the Comets deep in Mount Union territory.
Oh, great throw by Duncan. Even better reception. One more broken tackle, Sam, and we might have a contest here.
How about this going on today? Mount Union goes out, boom, 13-0. And Capital now down 13-3 with a chance to get on the board. 1st and goal at the Purple Raider 2. 2:16 clock runs in the first quarter. Yonker wide to the right, trips left. Duncan back to throw. Steps, throws it, incomplete. Way out of bounds. Smart play there. Just get rid of it. Live for another play. It'll be 2nd down and goal coming up.
Now again, Mount Union, they were strong the first time. Capital had it in from the 3. Mount stood tall, forced them to a field goal. Let's see if they can do the same.
Purple Raiders looking to start 8-0. Really, their first 3 games of the year were the most challenging for them. Wheaton, who's a very good football team, and then Grove City on the road, and then BW on the road. They came out of that 3-0, and you got to wonder some Saturdays if they're just going through a little malaise. Young hands it off, right side into the end zone, touchdown. Nobody laid a hand on Sam Johnson. And the Capital Comets are down 13-9 with 2:05 to go in the first quarter.
I didn't have this on my bingo card to start today, Sam. I don't know about you, but Capital is they're not going to go quietly today.
They have come to play. Ethan Graham on for the extra point. Yonker to put it down. Snap, spot kick is on the way and good. And we'll take a timeout. 2:05 to go here in the first quarter. Get a do a double take when I look at the scoreboard. Purple Raiders 13, Comets 10. We're back with more Mount Football on 1310 WDPN. .04 to go in the first quarter, and it's a 13-10 Mount Union lead. Apologize for the technical mishap, but we are back and rolling here from Kara Stadium.
Well, Mount Union better wake it up.
I'll tell you what, the defense is all part of the journey. All part of the journey. All right, Grant wide to the left. Cockrell wide to the right. H-back right. Inside handoff. 45, 46 to the 47-yard line. Minard on the carry. So Minard picks up. We'll give him 4. We'll call it second down and 6.
Got to see Minard rip off a big run last week, Sam. Let's see if he could do it again.
Second down and 6 for the Raiders. With the ball at the 47-yard line.
So Darnell getting the break on this drive as Minard is in. Now Cockrell and Nicky Turner will come wide left. Turner's going to be your slot. Slot right, H-back right is Steele. Now Wyatt comes in motion. He'll go back. Mikey Maloney, ball fake. Mikey looks, throws, incomplete at the feet of Wyatt Steele. And it's third down and 6 for Mount Union. Buck 22 to go. But I tell you what, the folks that made the trip up Columbus are getting their yelling in today.
Now that air horn too is
love
fun.
it.
Is it not?
I love it.
Shows that they care. They're following this team.
I'm all for it. Cowbell, noisemakers, air horns, you bring them all.
Do we need more cowbell?
Always need more cowbell. Third down and 6 for the Raiders at their own 47-yard line. Mikey Maloney in the gun. He'll go back to throw. Mikey steps up in the pocket, throws it over the middle. Caught. Grant's got it. First down, Raiders at the capital 36-yard line.
That's what you want to see. Grant able to go up and high point that football, make the catch. They get what they needed, move those chains.
Manny Keeling out of Cincinnati St. Xavier with the tackle. Purple Raiders a fresh set of downs as we crack a minute in the first quarter. 13-10 Purple Raiders here on 1310 WDPN. Glad to be a part of your Saturday afternoon. Also on Q92radiosports.com and our X, Twitter, and YouTube page. Left side, Darnell, 40-35, twisting 30. Williams breaks a tackle, 25. Look at him go to the 25-yard line. Darnell Williams picks up 11 yards on the play and another Mount Union first down.
He used that spin move absolutely perfectly, Sam. Like he was playing Madden back in the day.
See if Mount wants to run another play here. They've got 18 seconds in the game clock. Thinking they'll run one more here. Grant wide to the right, Turner slot right, Cockrell to the left, backs are split. Mikey, play action, he'll roll right, he'll fire. It's caught, Turner 20. He's down to the 18. Turner trying to get extra yardage to the 16-yard line, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. The score, Mount Union 13 and Capital 10. We'll take a break. You're listening to Purple Raider Football at AM 1310 WDPN.
Bonford Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonford Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Sam Berkman, Mike Voorhees back here at the University of Mount Union. Sun coming out here a little bit. Good to see. 13-10 Mount Union over Capital as we get ready to roll here in the second quarter of play.
Ohio State just scored a touchdown, Sam.
24-14 Bucks. They might have been sleepwalking a little bit
Maybe.
in the first half. 3-touchdown favorite. Mikey Maloney back to throw. Right side for Cockrell. Back in the end zone. Incomplete.
Just
Pretty
missed
good
him.
coverage over there by Manny Keeling. And we'll bring up third down and 2.
I like the play call. I like them taking a shot right there. He had a step. A little bit more air on that throw, Sam, and I think we're celebrating a touchdown.
So it's 3rd and 2 for the Purple Raiders now at the Capital 17-yard line. 13-10 Raiders trying to get some on the board here. Wide steal tight to the right. Anderson goes in motion. He'll set. Inside, fake. Maloney's got all kinds of room. Touchdown, Purple Raiders. What a great ball fake to Minner. Mikey with a play action, took it around the corner, waltzed into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union.
That's what you want to see right there. Had the defense completely fooled until it was too late. They tried to catch him. They weren't going to stop him. Mount Union scores. I'll tell you what, Mikey Maloney, Sam, is as good as advertised.
So the Purple Raiders look to make it a 10-point lead with 14:50 to go in the first half. Franklin to hold, Merrick for the extra point. Wind at his back, although he doesn't need any help. Kicks that one good. Lane 7 on the track is where that one landed. And it's 20-10 Purple Raiders with 14:50 to go. Now I want to see how the defense comes out here now.
Absolutely.
With intensity, tackling, scheme. I want to see what they bring to the table here.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta love love the crew here at Kara Stadium. Love that they're on it with the stats. It's what you want.
So Sun has completely overtaken the stadium now. It turned out to be a pretty nice day.
It has.
A lot of great fall foliage here with the leaves turning color here on campus. It's also M Day here, Mount Hall of Fame Day. We'll run down those in the class throughout the broadcast here today. They'll be honored at halftime.
Sam, time of possession, Capital 11:27, Mount 3:33.
And already 30 points on the board. 14:50 to go in the first half. Purple Raiders on top, 20-10. Rafferty with the approach, the boot. He hits that one. That's going to go in and out of the end zone for the touchback. Capital will take over 1st and 10. We're talking about World Series Game 7 tonight in Toronto. Most expensive sporting event ever in Canada.
Yeah.
The cheapest standing room only ticket tonight, $1,211.
Yeah,
That's to stand.
I'm not spending that. I'll watch it at the comfort of my own home. Max Scherzer going for the Blue Jays. Shohei Ohtani going for the Dodgers. What does Shohei have left in the tank?
Average ticket price, $2,332. Most expensive seat tonight, $22,000 behind home plate. Jeez. Here comes Capital. Handoff over the right side. Weston Arthur chasing. Weston chasing. Finally
Johnson on the carry.
Gets Johnson out of bounds. Boy, Weston chased him for about 15 yards. He finally got it up of his jersey and gave him the old sideline shove after a gain of around 1. We'll call it second down and 9.
It's the what we saw last night at Garfield Heights and Green. A lot of side-to-side running instead of north to south. It was east to west a lot of times last night.
Congratulations to Coach Mark Geis and the Green Bulldogs with their win last night. They're moving on to round 2 of the playoffs next weekend. Q92radiosports.com, all your coverage of all the big games. Duncan throwing deep, got a man. Caught at midfield. And a flag at the 40-yard line. This is an interesting spot for a penalty flag. Holding on Mount Union. So they'll decline the penalty, will Capital, and the Comets will get a 1st and 10. Finally making the tackle defensively was Caleb Renard.
That was a fantastic catch by Wesley Armstead. Had the advantage.
Yeah.
Great throw, great catch. Capital, Sam, realizes they've lost 38 in a row. So they kind of want to end that streak. Will it be today?
Yeah, this series has not been close. Gotta tell you, I'm a little surprised what's going on here today. A lot of game. Inside handoff to the tackle, and Cooper and Caleb Brown and Keenan Cruz in there to bring down Hambrick. We'll call it no gain. 13:33 to go in the first half. 20-10 Mount Union with a 10-point lead here at Cara Stadium at Mount Union on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. College football.
You talked about
right on by.
Talked about the wind, Sam. It's picking up just
Picking
a
just
hair.
a little bit, yep. Going left to right toward the big scoreboard here. Cap taking a little extra time now getting set. Slot to the left, trips to the right side. Duncan's going to go back to throw. Here comes the heat. He throws it. It's caught inside the 40. And Renard and company bring him down at the 39-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down at around 4 or 5 as Armstead on the catch from Maysville, Zanesville, Ohio. Over the Blue Devils. Former Mr. Football Buster Howe back in the late 80s. Last time they've had a Mr. Football. He was something. Went to Ohio State for a couple years. Running back, linebacker. 3rd down and 3. Duncan's going to go back to throw it right side, fade, intercepted and then caught. Yonker stole it away from coast to tee, and it's a 1st down for Capital and around the Mount Union 17-yard line. How in the world did he catch that ball?
Well, again, a lot of hand fighting in these. The officials letting it go. Costa, it looked like he caught it, and then it went right into the breadbasket of Yonkers for the reception.
I had to see that twice to believe what I saw, but I saw what I saw. 1st and 10. Handoff over the left side, squeezing his way down to the 15-yard line is Johnson. Young man from Robinson High in Tampa, Florida, the running back. Tell you what, if you're just tuning in or there's people scrolling around, they're looking at this score saying, what in the heck's going on up there?
Definitely.
Especially if they would have turned it earlier and heard 13-0 5 minutes in. Now they're probably like, whoa, what happened? Comets with a 2nd and 8 at the Raider 15-yard line. Yonker in motion to the left. Duncan back to throw. Now it's a scramble. He is to the 15. He will run down to the 11 where he's taken down after a gain of 4.
Mount Union, great job covering everybody. Duncan had no choice but to run with it. Sets up a 3rd and 3.
Last 14 meetings between these two, Mount Union has 8 shutouts, 4 in the last 5, including a 54-0 win a year ago down in Columbus. Not today. 10:30 clock runs in the first half, 20-10 Mount, but the Comets are driving at the Raider 10, 3rd and 3. Duncan in the gun. Set back to the right. Duncan's going to go back to throw. Double pumps, fires it left corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Try to hit his wide receiver, Finn Devine, out of Gahanna Lincoln. And now you'll see the field goal unit come on. And, hey, if they get 3 here, it's a 20-13 game with still 10 minutes plus to go in the first half. And if you're Coach Brian Foose and Capital, you'll take that every single day.
Absolutely. You'll take all the points you can get against the powerhouse known as Mount Union.
So Ethan Graham will attempt the field goal. This is 27 yards. Hash to the left. Yunker to put it down. Snap, spot, block. It's no good. It's not going to get there. Who got his hands on that? Is that Logan? Cruz?
Number 15.
I think Parker Logan got that.
Parker Logan, indeed.
So the big man gets his hand on it. Parker Logan out of Columbus Academy.
Getting his hands on that field goal.
And the Purple Raiders turn the Comets away after a lengthy drive by Capital. And with 10:14 to go in the first half, Mount will take over 1st and 10 and trying to add to their 20-10 lead. It's good stuff right there.
That's what you want right there. Your special teams stands tall. Got his big paw up there and swatted it away.
And if you're Capital, that's a little bit of a tough punch to take there, because you at least want to come out of there with 3. At least you want to come out of there with 3, and they come up empty-handed. Ohio State 24, Penn State 14, 7:41 to go. Buckeyes are driving. About 6:54 to go. Here come the Purple Raiders. Mikey Maloney now will send Darnell in motion. It's a comeback flip, and Minner's going to carry it across the 22 out to the 23-yard line. A lot of moving parts there for a gain of 3.
Yep, trying to catch Capital sleeping, but they did not. Capital was all over that. Short gain indeed. They'll give Minner 3.
It is 2nd down and 7.
A little bit of an upset brewing. North Texas leads Navy 24-17 late third. Navy is undefeated.
Oh, wow.
So far. The midshipmen.
What is North Texas? Are they the Mean Green?
The Mean Green, baby, from Denton, Texas. They get after it. It's a tough place to go win a game. Navy's in for it today. Mikey Maloney way out in the left flat, caught by Nicky Turner. 20, 25, 30, 35, and out of bounds. Turner will get to the 38. Let's make it a first down, gain of 15.
Great job there. Just a great throw by Mikey. Hitting Turner out in the flat. Turner able to turn it up, get the necessary yards, get out of bounds. Great pickup.
Hard to believe this is first year for Mikey Maloney. What a career he could end up having. Stay the course, young fella. Darnell Williams over the right side across the 42 out to the 43-yard line for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Of course, you can go down the long list of quarterbacks here at Mount Union and some of the numbers they have put up. And you always say, well, nobody will ever top that. They do. Yeah. Well, nobody will ever top that guy. Next one comes in and does it. It's all about timing, all about who you play with. Braxton Plunk set numbers. I mean, of course, he had the extra year, the COVID, so basically almost had 5.5 years. But which guys aren't going to have that anymore. But still, if you get in here as a freshman and you work, you could have some success. Mikey's going to go back and throw it deep. He's got a man, Grant. Turn around, Dorian, incomplete at the 25-yard line.
I think Dorian didn't realize it quick enough. Turned around, and he looked the wrong way.
So incomplete. 3rd down 5 for Mount. 8:15 first half. 20-10 Raiders with a 10-point lead on 13-10 WDPN. Shout out to everybody listening as well on the Q92radiosports.com, and of course our 1310 WDPN Facebook page, X page, and our Q92 page on YouTube. Good to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. Week 8, 2 more regular season games to go. Next weekend we'll be down at Marietta, 1:30 kick. Muskingum 2 weeks from today. Back to throw. Mikey steps up in the pocket, whistles it, caught inside the 40, down to the 38, stiff arm by Nicky Turner. And a first down for the Purple Raiders. First down, Mount Union at the Capital 39.
I mean, Sam, you talk about the redshirt freshman, Mikey Maloney, just to sit in the pocket the way he does. He looks like he's a few steps ahead of everybody, able to just throw a dot to Nicky Turner, able to make that catch. Just, again, you said it, he's going to have a huge career.
Raiders up to the line of scrimmage now at the Capitol 39. 1st and 10 Mount. Maloney, a long delay to Darnell, 40-35. Got a little bit of block, 30. Down the sidelines, 20, 15. Darnell out of bounds at the 10. Gain of 29 yards and a first down.
This is why Darnell is the man here at Mount Union. He is able to just turn on that gear that all of us wish we had. Hit that corner, and he was almost gone.
Going to mark Darnell out of bounds at the 11. So a gain of 28 yards on this last run. 7:15 of the first half, 20-10 Raiders. A few more students have come on over to the game in their end zone area, standing throughout the game. 1st and 10 at the 11, high snap. Maloney pulls it down, gets to Darnell, breaks the tackle 10. Darnell out of bounds at the 5. Marked him down at the 6 for a gain of 5 yards on the play. 6:50 to go in the first half. Stick around. Halftime activities coming up. Jeff Mears. We'll have your local news, weather, your national sports. And Mike will take us home during the halftime activities with the stats and scores and whatever else comes your way. I'd like to see Mount get 2 more scores here beforehand. See if they can pull it off. 2nd and 5, Raiders at the Capitol 6-yard line. Mikey Maloney, play action to throw. Deep left side for Grant. Got it, touchdown. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Dorian Grant, 6 more for the Raiders. It's 26-10 Mount Union.
That was phenomenal. That just a great route. An even better throw, Sam. And again, Mount Union showing why this offense is such a well-oiled machine. Just a great throw.
Can't throw it any better. I like how the inside route runner, too, took his guy in and Dorian kind of rubbed off of him a little bit. I'm not saying it's a pick play, but got the job done. Merrick's kick is up and good. And we'll take a timeout with 6:17 to go in the first half. Mount Union scores again. Purple Raiders 27, Capitol 10 on AM 1310 WDPN.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Sam Berkman, Mike Voorhees back at Mount Union, 27-10 Purple Raiders. 6:17 to go in the first half. That was a nice drive, wasn't it?
That was a phenomenal drive. Mount Union showing why they're 8-0 right there. Telling Capitol, you want to hang around a little bit. We're going to show you what we're about here at Cara Stadium.
Whistles.
He launched that kick. Kickoff by Rafferty. Sent well out of the end zone.
Didn't get any help from the wind because right now there is hardly any inside the stadium. Out in the parking lot, the wind is going crazy. But 1st and 10 for Capitol at their 25-yard line. They trail Mount Union 27-10. Let's get a stop here, get a score. Send a little message before the half.
Yeah, we've let Capitol hang around a little bit. Now it's time to show why we've won 38 in a row.
Tell you what, hats off to the Comets today, though. They got off the bus. They're ready to go. That should be a delay of game or a false start. False start on Capitol.
Yeah, the right guard and the right tackle both moved at the same time. Just a hair before the snap.
That'll bring up a first down and 15.
Ohio State 31, Penn State 14. 3 minutes to go. Buckeyes have the ball back in the third quarter.
There you go.
Wide left, right. Duncan back to throw. Out route. Caught. Nice route. Good catch. Across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Hanukkah with the catch. Coast to T. Along with Earhart on the coverage for Mount Union. Under 6 to go in the first half. If you're just joining us, welcome in. 27-10 Mount Union. 17-point lead over the Comets here today. Raiders looking to go 8-0. Marietta and Muskingum, the final two on the regular season slate. Johnson's going to get the carry. Backs his way up to the 30 and still going, and he'll finally blow the whistle at the 30-yard line. Uh-oh. Penalty flags, 1, 2, and 3 of them after the whistle was blown.
That's not what you want to see there. I think that one's going to move Capital back a little bit.
I think that's on cap, and I think they're going to get one of their offensive linemen, Will Atkins, out of Vinton County. I think they got him for maybe some pushing and shoving or woofing or a combination of all three. Officials are huddled up at the 27 on the far left side. And let's see what the White Hat has for the official call after the play.
After the play, personal foul, offense, number 65. Personal foul, defense, number 92. After the play, those fouls off.
So offsetting penalties. Ball at the 30.
Third down and 5 with the ball now close at the 30-yard line.
We called it on number 92 for Mount. There isn't a number 92 out there, and he didn't leave the field either.
And 92 is Gabe Ganelli. I didn't see a 92 out there. I don't know if he meant 90, which would have been Elijah Franklin. I don't know. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5 Capital at their own 30 going right to left. Armstead in motion to the right. He'll come back left. Duncan's going to go back to throw a deep right side over. Caught inside the 45 to the 42. Yunker with the catch over Trasabulu, and it's a first down, and he has got a real nice set of hands, Yunker. I feel like he's been here for 6 years. Maybe he has, but that was a great catch and a first down.
Yeah, great job. Great throw. Great catch. That's what you wanted. If you are Capital, obviously, as Mount, we wanted to see a 3 and out, but no.
He is a really good wide receiver. Nate Yunker. Duncan back to throw. He's looking for Yunker again. Costa playing combat with him down there. Incomplete at the 5-yard line. Nice job by Trasabulu. You talked about Nate Yunker, the wide receiver out of Pataskala, Watkins Memorial. Longtime member of the Licking County League down there with Johnstown and Newark Catholic and Utica, Heath, Hebron, Lakewood down there. They play some pretty good football down there. Small school division, but pretty good ball. See if they try Yunker again. Nope, they're going to go handoff. Johnson's got it. Hurdles the man, then gets tripped up and taken down at the 37-yard line. So a gain of 2. It'll bring up 3rd down at around 8 for Capital as we come up to 4:30 here in the first half. 27-10, Purple Raiders in the lead.
Gotta love Costa T. All over it. He is a ball hawk indeed, able to see the run, get up there, and trip him up before he's able to get a big gain, Sam.
Trasabulu out of North Vidgeville. Just steady in the program. Making a lot of big plays for Coach Jeff Thark. 3rd down and 8. Duncan's going to sling it again. Right side got a man and immediately taken down at the 35-yard line. Ball came out, but that whistle was blown well before. That's Josh Cucker, the tight end out of Gahanna Lincoln. That'll bring up. Let's see where they finally mark that ball. Mr. Official. You're going to mark it at the 40, check it, 35-yard line. So 4th and 6 officially for Capital. 3:45, clock runs, 27-10. Purple Raiders here in the second quarter. Little D3 OAC football on 1310 WDPN. All right, Younker's going to go wide right. Slot left, wide left. Duncan to throw. Mount's going to bring 6. Throw in the flat, caught. 35, 30. All depends where they spot it. If they spot it there, that's going to be short of the first down. Armstead on the carry. He's short. That should be Mount Union football, and it is. And the Raiders step it up, and they'll take over 1st and 10.
Almost. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Sam.
That's right.
They missed it by a yard, and Mount Union, like you had said, looking to put more points up before halftime here.
3:21. They got their full allotment of 3 timeouts. 55 degrees right now here in Alliance. Mostly to partly cloudy, depends when you look at it. But it looks like it's going to be nothing but clouds once we get to the third quarter. No rain today, though, so that's good news. 1st and 10 Raiders. Trips left, slot to the right is Cockerell. Mikey to throw it. Over the middle, caught. Nick Turner grabs it. Had to kind of reach around and grab that ball, but he caught it across the 40 to the 41, and that's about Union first down. Nick Turner.
What a catch. What concentration to twerk, like completely twerk his body in order to make that catch.
Nick Turner out of Dallas, Texas, Strongsville High School, made his way up here to the Buckeye State. Having a nice year. Twins to the right this time now for Mikey Maloney. Looking left all the way. Out route, Cockerell got it to midfield. Stretches to the 49. And that should be a first down, and it is. First down, Purple Raiders.
Had to double check his work. Apparently, he didn't want to say or do the wrong thing.
So 2:35 and the clock runs. Don't forget the 2-minute timeout in college football this year. Second year we've had that. Turner in motion to the far side. He'll come back. Mikey in the gun. Hands it off. Minner, 35-40 to the 36. First down, Purple Raiders. 13 yards on the carry and another Mount Union first down. They had a great 1-2 punch with Minner and Darnell. If somebody gets a little bit winded or tired, they can take him out, put the other guy in. You don't really lose much.
No, not at all. You love when you can have that ability to do it. Spread it around.
Turner and Grant wide to the right. Minner again coming around the right side. Got a block. 30 to the 25 inside there. I knew they were going to call that. They waited, and then they finally threw it. You're going to get a block in the back over here, and that's going to be a penalty on Mount Union.
Yeah, it's not one I
it was the
agree
right
with
call,
either,
but when you see it, you should call it. But they waited. They waited way too long to throw that flag. So clock stops with a $1:55. It'll stop either way because we get the 2-minute timeout.
I love the ring camera. Ring camera's great. My son is attempting to mow the grass. I don't know why.
Is it needed?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Maybe he's bored. Hey, whatever works.
So penalty on the Purple Raiders. That will bring us to the 2-minute timeout with 1:55 to go. Purple Raiders 27 and Capital 10. I need to mow the grass, but we still have all of our Halloween stuff up. Animatronics and inflatables, and I just can't.
Right.
But I'm hoping early next week to get to that.
Yeah, the weather looks pretty decent next week. I saw highs in the low to mid 50s for a couple of days.
Yeah, Monday 60, Tuesday 60, Wednesday 58. No rain. Perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Doesn't look like we're going to have any rain until
Friday night.
Friday night.
And it's supposed to be a soaker, too. That is what they
Oh,
are
good, because
calling
we haven't
for.
had any of those for a while.
Yeah, they're calling for some heavy rain. It's supposed to be light rain in the morning and transition to some of that soaking rain. I don't know if this is what's left over of that hurricane that hit Jamaica.
Could be.
We're getting a little bit of rain, but yeah, Friday,
Yeah,
Saturday,
Friday looks
Sunday.
like-
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, rain. So get your yard work done early in the week.
Wow. Yeah, Friday just looks like a
Yeah, Friday night high school
Yeah.
football is going to take on a whole new meaning. But it's Ohio. If you don't like it, wait 5 minutes. It'll change. It could change all to Saturday. Who knows?
That's true. I would. You know what? Just hold the rain off till midnight Friday. I
There you
will
go.
be a happy
That's fair.
camper. Turner in motion to the far side. 1st and 15. Delayed a minute. 40, 35. Minute to the 33, and they'll bring them down at the 33-yard line. Minute 45 clock runs in the first half. If you're just tuning in, welcome aboard. Sam Berkman, Mike Voorhees with you on this Saturday afternoon. Purple Raiders of Mount Union 27, Capital 10. Here on AM 1310 WDPN, Q92radiosports.com. Hello, Raider Nation. Hope you're having a great weekend. 2nd down and 8. Mikey to throw it again. Stands tall. Got hit from behind. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by Capital. And the Comets with the ball at 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, Mikey never saw him coming.
And big number 99, Austin Scott out of Loganville, Georgia, picked up that loose ball. And the big man rumbled out to the 42 where Capital takes over 1st and 10.
I hope Mikey's okay. A little slow to get up.
Yeah,
and
that was a
very
blindside
slow.
hit.
Yeah, very slow to get off as well. Hope he's okay.
So now Capital thinking, hey, let's get some points here before the end of the first half. They have a minute 18 to go. They have their full allotment of timeouts. How does nobody use a timeout in the first half?
I have no idea. I was
We could
wondering
have
the same
six.
thing.
We could have 6 stoppages between now and the end of the first half. Hambrick to the right, little dump across the middle, caught. 50 down to the Mount Union 46-yard line. It was Josh Kruger, number 83. It's his 2nd catch of the afternoon. Out of Deanna Lincoln, and got him listed as a tight end. He's really not that big.
He's more of a slot guy
Yeah.
that they just kind of line up maybe in the tight end spot. You'll see that from time to time in college football.
Yep.
Kind of undersized for one position, oversized for another.
Harold Fannin Jr.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. All right, Capital 1st and 10 at the Mountain 46. Duncan's going to go back to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket, and now he's just going to run and get out of bounds. Goes to T with the tackle at the 45, so not much of a game there. He did get out of bounds, however. It will stop the clock with a minute for. Costa's lucky he didn't get a penalty there.
Yeah, it was close.
That was very close to a late hit out of bounds.
Well, Capital got away with a hold as well that the refs, I think, kind of didn't see. Mount Union's defender got spun completely around.
Sun peeking in and out of the clouds here in Alliance. 31-14 Buckeyes, just starting the 4th quarter in Columbus. Duncan back to throw, batted away by Earhart. Nice defensive coverage by the Purple Raiders. Gavin out of Avon, the freshman linebacker, getting a lot of playing time. Knocked that ball away. It'll bring up 3rd down. Exactly 1 minute to go in the first half. Purple Raiders in front, 27-10. I'd like to see a big hit here, maybe a pick six, something to energize the stadium right now. Capital going to go trips right, slot to the left. It's a draw, and it's got room. 45-40, 35-30. Still on his feet down to the 38-yard line is Johnson. And Kasim Johnson with a first down, and we got a Purple Raider down at the 48-yard line. Boy, this has not been a great day.
That's Caleb Brown.
That's Caleb Brown, the preseason All-American, down at the 48-yard line. That was a simple draw play right there.
That was a great. I mean,
And
I hate
they
to say it, it's a
drew it
great
up.
play call. I mean, it was
Yeah.
great.
Oh, yeah.
Caught
they drew it
Mount
up well.
Union napping, and Johnson able to pick up big yards. Caleb's up. He's going to run off. It's good to see. Maybe just had his bell rung a little bit.
When play resumes, the Comets have a first down at the Mount Union 29-yard line.
Caleb got up. He ran off the
52
field
seconds
angry.
remaining in the first
Yeah,
half.
he did.
That wasn't one of those, just let me trot off. That was an angry sprint back to the sideline. All right, clock back into motion. We are under 50 seconds. 1st and 10 Cap at the Raider 29. Duncan to throw it again. Pumps, brings it back in. Got him. Sack. Parker Logan brings him down at the 37-yard line. Timeout, Capital.
Well, finally, obviously you can't take them with you. They don't increase over halftime.
Parker Logan out of Columbus Academy, the senior, the bandit on defense for Mount. So Cap is taking a timeout. They've got 2 left with 41 seconds to go. Stick around. Halftime activities coming up. Jeff Mears with all the news and weather and sports. Mike will take you through halftime, and we'll come back with the second half and try to create a little distance between ourselves and Capital here. It's 27-10, and this Common football team, like I said, they got off the bus today. Now, they were down 13-0 before they could blink, but after that, they have played some really good football.
Yeah, they did. Capital has hung in today. They'd love nothing more than to get some points before halftime, get a little bit more momentum.
Wind starting to pick up just a little bit toward the big scoreboard here, left or right. I was whipping here last night, 25, 30 miles an hour pretty much the whole night. Our high school football game with Alliance in Geneva, which Geneva moves on with a 46-12 win. Duncan in the gun. I think he's thrown it 100 times in the first half. Here's 101. He's back to throw. He's being chased by Caleb Brown. Chasing. He throws it. Caught inside the 20 to the 15 to the 14-yard line. And a first down. Boy, Hanukkah got open again on that scramble. And a completed pass and a first down for Capital at the Purple Raider 15.
Well, Caleb missed him by about a half a second. If he had a half a second more.
He was trying to get him. He just couldn't catch him. Timeout Cap with 32 seconds to go in the half. They've got 1 timeout remaining. 12 minutes to go at the Horseshoe. Ohio State 31, Penn State 14. Nittany Lions at their own 30-yard line. Buffalo shutting out Bowling Green 28-zip in the 4th. West Virginia 31, Houston 28, late 3rd. Illinois 35, Rutgers 6. North Texas 31, Navy 14. 10 minutes to go down in Denton, Texas. Miami of Florida 17, SMU 14, late 3rd. Oh, tough day for Vanderbilt. 34-10 in Texas with 14 minutes to go down in Austin.
Looks
How
like
about Duke and Clemson? 35-35 in the 3rd quarter.
Wow. Dabo's not going to be happy about that one.
Arizona State 17, Iowa State 16. Almost halftime in Ames, Iowa. See if Coach Matt Campbell can. They could use a win. Here we go. 4 wide for Capital. Duncan to throw. Caleb coming after him, and he just fires that baby way out of bounds on the far side. Stops the clock with 26 seconds to go. They'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Brown able to shed his block, and he was in Duncan's face at no time. Smart play, though, by the quarterback. Get rid of it instead of trying to force it.
Just kind of a quiet crowd today.
Yeah.
Except for Cap when they've gotten a couple of big plays. 2nd down and 10. Duncan throws it. He's got a man left corner of the end zone. Touchdown. It's Wesley Armstead out of Zanesville. Hauls it in the left corner of the end zone. And with 22 seconds to go in the first half, it's Mount Union 27 and Capital 16.
Wow. This was not on my bingo card for today. Especially how Mount Union started this game. You'd have thought it was going to be over by the end of the first quarter, but Capital,
Maybe that's what they thought.
Yeah, Capital is
Extra point is up and good. By Ethan Graham out of Lancaster, home of the Golden Gales. And 22 seconds to go in the first half. It's 27-17, Mount Union by 10. Now, granted, it is a 10-point lead.
Yeah,
but I got a feeling that that locker room is going to be loud at halftime.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the players.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Obviously, Purple Raiders have 3 timeouts. They can get down the field in a hurry if they need to.
I'll tell you what, that wind just keeps changing directions. I was going to say, if you could maybe get down to around the 40 with a good breeze at the back, let Merrick go out there and maybe try to nail one. 22 seconds left in the first half, 27-17 Mount Union. 33-7 a week ago over Ohio Northern. This one's a little hard to figure right now. I got to be honest. All right, Graham will tee it up at the 35, kick it off. Purple Raiders aren't exactly thinking they're going to kick this thing deep, which I don't know why they wouldn't. There's a line driver. It'll skip on the 20. It'll skip to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and Darnell picks it up, and he will run out of bounds at around the 17, maybe the 15-yard line. 19 seconds left in the half. The Purple Raiders with all 3 of their timeouts. What would you do here, Coach?
You know what? I go for the jugular. Why not? I mean, you've got a very talented quarterback in Micah Maloney. You've got amazing wide receivers at your disposal. I think you maybe do a little 4 verticals. Spread it out a little bit.
Grant's going to come wide right, Cockrell wide left. It doesn't look like they're going to do anything special here, but we'll see. Cockrell now will go out in motion. Mikey in the gun. He'll hand it off over the left side of the 25 for Darnell Williams. They're just going to run it out. I think Coach wants to get in the locker room and have a say.
Yes, he does.
I think that's exactly what we're looking at right here. So the final seconds will run off the clock here at the University of Mount Union. And a little bit of a surprise as we go to the halftime break. Your score, Mount Union 27 and Capital 17. Halftime activities are coming up. We'll take a break and come back on AM 1310 WDPN.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455. Get ready. Football's biggest moments are coming to Canton. Catch the Open Doors Bowl Series on November 22nd, the OHSAA State Football Championships December 4th through 6th, and the NCAA Division III Football National Championship, the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, on January 4th. It's all happening in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Experience the tradition, the excitement, and the game day energy. All in Canton, Ohio. Plan your visit and get ticket details now at visitcanton.com. Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
I need new faucets and a vanity, maybe even a whole new bathroom. But I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing Registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of AM 1310 WDPN News. A Canton woman has been sentenced for a shooting in Alliance. 26-year-old Kenichia Miller was given 90 days in jail and fined $750 Wednesday after pleading no contest to misdemeanor charges of discharging a firearm near a prohibited premises and aggravated menacing. She received credit for time already served in jail and on house arrest, but could face additional time if she violates good behavior terms over the next year. The Police say Miller fired a shot at a woman from a vehicle at North Freedom Avenue and 2nd Street July 21st. A Stark County grand jury declined to indict her on felony charges, including attempted murder, and sent the case back to Alliance Municipal Court. With the government shutdown deepening food insecurity across the region, Bishop David Bonar is calling on parishioners to help feed those in need. The Catholic Diocese of Youngstown has launched a non-perishable food drive running through the end of the year across 6 counties. Donations can be made at local parish pantries or at Catholic Charities and St. Vincent de Paul locations. The State Highway Patrol is investigating a crash that left a bicyclist seriously hurt in Perry Township. Troopers say 32-year-old Timothy Coverdale of Canton was southbound on Whipple Avenue near 11th Street Northwest around 12:20 this morning when he was hit by an SUV. Coverdale was taken to Mercy Hospital. The driver, a 32-year-old woman from Tucson, Arizona, training facilities in Lawrence and Springfield Townships. Massarelli and 2 other men each own a third of the business. The Canton Regional SWAT Team is being honored by the U.S. Marshals Service as its Law Enforcement Partner of the Year. The 25-officer unit, made up of members from 6 police departments, serves Stark and Carroll counties under Canton Police Command. The team was recognized for its role in a Jackson Township motel standoff last November when North Canton sniper Patrick Lewis was shot in the arm. The marshals praised the team's professionalism and dedication during the incident, which ended safely. Massillon could soon join other Ohio cities in banning camping on public property. Proposed ordinance before City Council would prohibit people from sleeping or setting up tents on sidewalks, streets, or near buildings. Council is expected to take up the issue Monday. According to The Independent, Mayor Jamie Slutz says the move is meant to address public safety and cleanup issues while also helping connect homeless individuals with local services. Those found camping would have 24 hours to move before facing a $50 fine. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
An Akron man is facing felonious assault charges in connection with a shooting near Kent State University. Police say 19-year-old Jack Massey was arrested after an investigation into a Thursday night incident at Bar Lucci on North Water Street. An officer patrolling the area heard gunfire around 11:30 and rushed to the scene, where a fight had broken out as the bar was being cleared. There were no reports of injuries. A former Columbiana County Corrections officer accused of assaulting 2 inmates will stand trial next year. 27-year-old David Ferguson Grants of Youngstown is facing 2 counts of assault for separate incidents in September 2024 at the county jail, both caught on camera. He allegedly threw a handcuffed inmate to the floor and days later pushed another up a set of steps before pinning him down. Both inmates were treated at Salem Regional Medical Center. The trial, originally set for next week, was postponed after a key witness became unavailable and is now scheduled for March 12th. A driver is dead after a pickup truck slammed into a tree Thursday night in Mahoning County's Jackson Township. Police were called just before 7:30 to Kirk and South Lip Key Roads, where they found the truck off the roadway with heavy front-end damage. Officers confirmed the driver died at the scene. The Mahoning County coroner and Jackson Township police are investigating what caused the wreck. A federal judge has ordered Youngstown Ursuline High School to release the names of 7 students connected to a hazing and sexual misconduct lawsuit. Judge Benita Pearson says the names and contact information must be turned over to attorneys by November 10th, with parents notified first. One lawsuit claims a student was hazed and sexually assaulted during a football team trip in June. Another alleges school officials failed to act on reports that a player harassed and stalked a female student for 2 years. The felonious assault case against Liberty Township trustee Devin Stanley is now on hold after all Trumbull County judges stepped aside, citing conflicts of interest. The Ohio Supreme Court has assigned retired appeals judge Thomas Teodosio to handle the case. Stanley, who also works as a county clerk's official and Girard assistant prosecutor, is accused of assaulting his wife and remains in jail without bond. The 53-year-old's case has been sent to a grand jury to determine if he'll be indicted. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, but first a look at the forecast. For the overnight, a slight chance of showers, skies gradually turning mostly clear with a low around 34, mostly sunny Saturday with highs around 54, Sunday mostly sunny skies with a high near 56. For AM 1310 WDPN News, I'm Jeff Mears.
Bonford Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonford Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310WDPN.com.
Back inside Karis Stadium here in Alliance. Halftime, the Purple Raiders lead Capital 27-7. Mike Voorhees alongside Sam Berquin here on AM 1310 WDPN. For those just joining us, let's recap how we got to here. Mount Union started it off 14-13 in the first quarter. Sherry Cooper Jr. returned an interception, 27 yards for the touchdown. Merrick missed the extra point, making it 6-0. Then Darnell Williams rumbled 55 yards to the house on a 3-play, 64-yard drive, and the extra point good. Mount Union led 13-0. After an 11-play, 73-yard drive, Capital got a 19-yard field goal by Ethan Graham. That drive took 5 minutes and 23 seconds, making it Mount Union 13, Capital 3. Then Capital again, a 2-yard rush by Kasim Johnson. The extra point good. That was a 6-play, 47-yard drive, making it 13-10. Mount Union answered in the second quarter. Mikey Maloney from 16 yards out. Merrick gets the extra point, a 7-play, 57-yard drive. Took 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Mount Union then led 20-10. And then Mount Union again, 6:17 in the second quarter, a 6-yard touchdown pass. Davion Grant, 6-yard pass from Mikey Maloney. Merrick gets the extra point, an 8-play, 80-yard drive, taking just under 4 minutes. Mount Union led 27-10. Capital answered with 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Armstead, a 15-yard pass from Duncan. Graham hits the extra point. They did 8 plays in 57 yards in 54 seconds. That gets us to our score of 27 for Mount Union and 17 for Capital. A look at the stats for first downs, tied at 11 apiece, Mount Union and Capital. Rushing yards for Capital, 19 carries, 77 yards. For Mount Union, 14 carries, 163 yards. Passing yards, Capital has 221, Mount Union 89. For Capital, Donovan Duncan, 17 of 25 with one interception. He's thrown for 221 yards and a touchdown, a long of 36, and he was sacked one time. For Mount Union, Mikey Maloney, 8 of 12 with one interception, 89 yards. One touchdown as well. 18 is his long. He was sacked one time. Fumbles. Capital got one fumble recovery on a strip sack of Mikey Maloney. So one fumble for Capital. Mount Union has one kickoff return for 6 yards. Each team has thrown an interception. Capital, one interception, 0 return yards. For Mount Union, one interception, 27 return yards. One punt for Capital, went 31 yards. Mount has yet to punt. 5 yards of penalties for Capital, 1 for 5. Mount Union got one penalty for 10 yards. Time of possession, this one is big here. Capital, almost 20 minutes of a total possession, 19 minutes, 53 seconds. For Mount Union, only 10 minutes, 7 seconds. Third down conversions, Mount a perfect 4 for 4. Capital, 4 of 9. Fourth down conversions, Capital, 1 of 2. Mount Union yet to attempt a fourth down. Capital is 3 of 4 in the red zone. Mount Union, 2 of 2. Some stat leaders here for Mount Union. Darnell Williams, 8 carries, 121 yards, a long of 55, and he's averaging a robust 15.1 yards per carry. Caden Minner, 4 carries, 29 yards, averaging 7.2 yards a carry. Mikey Maloney, 2 carries, 16 yards, and a touchdown. He is averaging 6.5 yards a carry. Nick Turner, 4 catches on 4 targets for 53 yards with a long of 18. Davion Grant, 4 targets, 2 catches, 23 yards, and a touchdown, a long of 17. Jacob Cockrell, he's been targeted twice, 1 catch, 10 yards, a long of 10. And Caden Minner, 1 catch, 1 target, a 3-yard gain. For Mount Union on defense, Coach T, 6 unassisted tackles, 4 assisted. He has 10 total tackles on the day. Weston Arthur with 8, Jerry Cooper 5, Caleb Brown 4. For Capital, Kasim Johnson, 10 carries, 82 yards with 1 touchdown, a long of 45. He's averaging 8.2 yards a carry. Donovan Duncan has run 3 times for -1 yard, a long of 5. And Brandon Hambrick Jr., 6 carries for -4 yards. Preston Hanukkah, 6 targets, 5 catches, 63 yards for a long of 22. Wesley Armstead, 5 catches, 59 yards, and that touchdown. Nate Yonker targeted 6 times, only 3 catches, but leads Capital with 89 receiving yards, a long of 36. And Josh Cucker targeted 4 times, 2 catches, 13 yards, and a long of 11, leading the tackles for Capital. DeMonte Sally, 3 total tackles. Manny Keeling, 3 tackles. A.J. Conti with 2, and Declan McAdams, 2 tackles and 1 sack. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll get you some scores around the region, see what's going on in the world of college football. I'll get rejoined by my broadcast partner, Sammy B, and we'll get you ready for the second half. You're listening to Purple Raider Football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Montfort Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Montfort Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Back inside Karis Stadium at the University of Mount Union, Mike Voorhees with Sam Berkwin on AM 1310 WDPN. Let's hop into some scores here in the region. Let's get some college football. Texas leads Vanderbilt 34-16. Arch Manning looks to be back and ready. The Buckeyes finally getting it going, 38-14 over Penn State, although Penn State has it second and goal at the Buckeye 9 with 4:29 left in the game. Rutgers trailing Illinois 35-6. Clemson and Duke in an absolute shootout where defense is optional. Clemson 45, Duke 38. In the fourth quarter, the U, Miami, leading SMU 23-17 in the fourth. University of Central Florida trails Baylor 23-3. West Virginia over Houston 38-28. North Texas over Navy 31-17. And Arizona State leads Iowa State 17-16 at halftime. Memphis defeating Rice 38-14. Some games a little bit later on today. Louisville takes on Virginia Tech at 3 o'clock. At 3:30, Georgia and Florida, an SEC battle there. Maryland and Indiana lock up at 3:30. Notre Dame, Boston College at 3:30. Texas Tech and Kansas State at 3:30. Virginia and Cal at 3:45. South Carolina traveling to Ole Miss tonight at 7. That team up north hosting Purdue at 7 o'clock on the Big Ten Network. Oklahoma and Tennessee, that should be a good one. That one will be on ABC at 7:30 this evening. USC, Nebraska, Georgia Tech, NC State, both those games at 7:30. And Cincinnati and Utah at 10:15 tonight for those wanting to stay up late and watch that one. Sammy B rejoining me. Sam, a 10-point lead here for the Mount Union Purple Raiders. What are we thinking here?
Well, I guarantee you there was some paint peeled off the walls at halftime in the Mount Union locker room. They in no way, shape, or form thought they should give up 17 points to Capital, let alone in one half. So I'm excited to see the energy level, the passion, the hunger here in this first couple of series in the second half and see what the Purple Raiders have in store. Offensively, they've been, they got 27 points. They probably left the touchdown on the field in that first half of play, but I'm anxious to see the defense. I'm anxious to see this kickoff return to see what kind of fire the guys in purple have here in the second half of play. Graham's got it teed up at the 35. It's a line drive squib. It's going to be finally scooped up by Darnell back at the 10 to the 15, and Williams will get out to the 20-yard line. And that's where Mount Union will start first and 10. Just underway here, third quarter. Sam Berkwin, Mike Voorhees, good to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. 56 degrees and partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies here at Karis Stadium on the campus of the University of Mount Union. Purple Raiders looking to go 8-0. 2 more games after today, regular season-wise, will be at Marietta next Saturday. 2 weeks from today, back here at home against Muskingum. And now is the time where you want to start to fine-tune some things. I'm not saying peak. You don't want to do that yet. But this is where you got to cross your T's and dot your I's starting the last 3 weeks of the regular season and get yourself ready for the road. There's a handoff right up the middle. Darnell 35-40, 45, tripped up at the 46-yard line. That's a 24-yard run. Almost took it to the house, Darnell Williams.
We got a man down at the 40-yard line. Looks to be DeMonte Sally, the defensive back, in a little bit of some pain here.
So clock stops with 14:43 to go in the third quarter. 27-17, Mount Union Sun has just peeked out behind the clouds. Lots of sunshine right now as Sally comes off the field.
To your point, Sam, you talked about not peaking, but you want to tune it up. Obviously, after your last 2 regular season games, you're going to go into the playoffs, and the competition is going to be a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher. You want to make sure that you are up to the task, and Mount Union, you know they will be. It's just a matter of when do they flip that switch.
Yep. You want to get there. You want to get there in increments. You don't want to have to do it all at one time. 24-yard run by Darnell, 1st and 10 Raiders at their own 48. Darnell again, 45, midfield to the Capital 45, to the Common 44. What a horrible spot.
Yeah, I don't know what
That's the 4th time today.
What is he looking at?
That it just befuddles me how they come up with where they're spotting the ball. And again, I'm not nitpicking or looking for a reason, but I mean, but you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing.
That's a horrible spot.
That's a yard and a half behind where it should have been. Anyway, hand off to Darnell Williams. He says, that's okay. I'll get the first down anyhow, down to the Capital 37-yard line. And they gain up 7 yards on the play. First down, Mount Union. Now, I can tell you the first 2 snaps here, the big offensive line for Mount has come off the ball, fighting mad and moving people out of the way. So that's a good sign.
Absolutely. They're ready to go. I mean, obviously, they know this 10-point lead should be a little bit bigger, and they want to make sure they're out here proving that point.
Cockrell wide to the right, Nicky Turner to slot right, Grant wide to the left side. Steele will come in motion. Mikey Maloney will go back and fake it. He'll roll to the right. Got a man. Turner caught it, and he's down at the 21-yard line. First down, a gain of 17 yards on the play. Turner from Maloney, 1st and 10.
Well, Sam, I don't know if you heard the stats as we went over them. Mount Union, a perfect 3 for 3 on 3rd down. They seem, when they get the football, they're just able to get down the field. It just seems that they have kind of stalled a little bit, allowing Capital to kind of hang around.
Mike Maloney, one of the better play-action ball fakers you'll ever see at the college level. Purple Raiders 1st and 10 at the Cap 20. Darnell again inside the 20, pumping his legs to the 15, got the corner, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 11-yard line after a gain of 9. Darnell Williams starting to pick him up and lay him down here a little bit in the second quarter. The young man out of John Adams High School in Cleveland, Ohio, the longtime member of the Senate League.
I was up in that Cleveland area last
You
night.
were. Garfield Heights. Well, people forget about the Senate League. And look, it was a long, long time ago. Handoff right side down at the 12-yard line. It was Minner. People forget about how good of a league that was. I'm talking back in the 50s, 60s, early 70s.
Minner's shaking up here, Sam. He went down to a knee.
So he'll come off the field. Then you had John Adams, Cleveland John Marshall, Collinwood, John Hay, Cleveland East Tech. You had Cleveland West Tech for a time. Football, basketball. John Marshall had a very good baseball team. And obviously a lot of things, changed in that area. Jobs were leaving and people were leaving, families were leaving, and it's a little different situation now. But Senate League back decades ago, it was high octane stuff. 3rd and 1 for the Purple Raiders now. At the Capital 11-yard line. Mount going left and right. Maloney fumbled the snap. Got a flop on it at the 16-yard line. A loss of 5 on the play. Here comes the field goal unit for the Purple Raiders.
That snap didn't even stand a chance. It was deflected off of Darnell Williams. Looked like it hit Darnell Williams in the thigh. Not what you want for Mount Union.
This will be a 33-yard field goal coming up here. Officially, we'll call it 34 for Yvonne Merrick. Michael Franklin will hold. Again, this is a 34-yard attempt. A little bit of a hash to the right, but not too severe of an angle. There's the snap. There's the spot. Merrick's kick is on the way. Plenty of leg, and it's up and it's good. So a timeout will keep it here with 10:54 to go in the third quarter. Purple Raiders go down the field and get 3 to make it 30-17 here in the third quarter. But going back to the Cleveland, city of Cleveland, the Senate League. Of course, John Adams, where Darnell went to school, but the Cleveland Collinwood came on the scene. They had some decent years back in the 80s. And a quarterback back in the mid-80s. He was a left-handed quarterback. His name was Bruce Davis. One of the smoothest left-handed quarterbacks I had ever seen in my life. They just didn't have anything around him. They just had nothing around him. And I believe he got a nice offer. I know he went on to play college ball. But you would have pockets of teams with pockets of players. But you just didn't have enough. And there was just no success. And then, obviously, things have really changed now with the charter schools now. You've got Cleveland Glenville, which is a little different twist on things. It's a charter school, sort of, but it's got athletics that they put a lot into with the Ginn Academy, the Cleveland Academic, Cleveland Glenville Academic Campus. And Glenville is a Division IV team by enrollment, but they're Division I by talent. And it's just and a lot of the kids that went to Collinwood and John Hay and Adams and Marshall. And if you're really, really good, now you're going over to Glenville. And the other programs have kind of, Cleveland Rhodes, Lincoln West, they've kind of suffered along the way.
Teddy Ginn Sr. is probably one of the best to ever do it. Head coach of the Glenville Tarblooders. He is a phenomenal interview if you get the chance to sit and talk to him. That man, I could listen to him tell me about paint drying.
Yep. He's a fantastic human being and done a ton for those kids up there in the inner city. Here comes Capital. Johnson wiggles across the 25 to the 26-yard line for a gain of 1. Bowden on the tackle. Parker Logan helping out for the Purple Raiders. 10:38 to go third quarter. Purple Raiders on top. 30-17 here on AM 1310 WDPN, Q92radiosports.com. Sun in and out of the clouds here today. Buckeyes 38-14 now over Penn State, and that game has just gone final down in Columbus. But if you get a chance, Mike, and you will have a chance during this game today, I promise you, go look up touchdown catch by Devin Smith today, or Jeremiah Smith.
I saw it.
Did you see the one-handed grab?
Yes, sir. That is why that man is as talented as they come. He has got the future is beyond bright for Jeremiah Smith. He is him, and whomever drafts him into the NFL is getting a good one.
He is fantastic. He is fantastic.
I feel bad for Penn State. I know Drew Allard obviously out for the season. He's looking forward now to the NFL draft. Penn State didn't stand a chance without him today.
Timeout Capital. Play clock was getting close to 0. So they called timeout with 9:28 to go in the third. Purple Raiders in front by the score of 30-17.
Wow.
I would take Ohio State starting wide receivers over half of the NFL receivers right now. I really would.
I'm looking at some stats here, Sam. Julian Sayin went 20 of 23, 316 for 4 touchdowns. That's efficiency right there. Bo Jackson, 13 carries, 105. Carnell Tate, 5 catches for 124 and a touchdown. Smith, 6 catches for 123 and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, they are so good. They're so talented.
4 sacks. Caleb Downs had an interception. Jaden Fielding hit a field goal. They only punted 1 time today down at the shoe.
OSU 500 to 200 in total yards today.
Yeah. Ohio State really, really good.
Man alive. And they took Penn State's best punch. You know, I know Drew Auer wasn't there, and you got an interim coach, but you knew they would come down and play hard. They did. Ohio State's just too good. Pass deep down the right sideline, incomplete for Yunker. That time, coast to tee, step for step with him, no way. That ball was going to find the young man from Capital. That'll bring up 4th and 3, and the Comets will bring in the punt team as McCaw makes his way down the track here on the side of the Kara Stadium.
Last week, Sam, he was driving a golf cart.
Yes.
Feet propped up. I don't know how he was moving that golf cart, but he was having himself a ball. 2 punters for Capital again.
They'll break out here, and they'll let Ethan Graham handle it. McCaw, the long-time mascot here at then Mount Union College, now the University of Mount Union. Bad snap. Graham gets it out of there. Gets a pretty good boot. Fair catch by the Hoover Viking graduate, Mason Ashby, and he'll make that fair catch at the Mount Union 34-yard line.
Sam, back into the Ohio State schedule. They've got to travel to Purdue next week. Then they've got UCLA, Rutgers, and then that beloved team up north, that hated team up north to round out the regular season.
Well, Purdue could be a little scary, and I say could be. Rutgers, forget about it. UCLA, forget about it. Then you get ready for
that
big blue.
That big blue.
It has kicked Ohio State's rear end soundly the last 4 years. Time for that to change. Handoff over the right side. Minner will grind his way out to the 36 for a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. We're coming up on 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Purple Raiders 30 and Capital 17 on 1310 WDPN. Is this the year they get off? I mean, is this the year?
I'm hoping.
Is this going to be the year Ohio State finally gets off the schneid?
You figure Michigan's got they're home tonight against Purdue. They've got Northwestern on the road, Maryland on the road, and then home against the Buckeyes.
That game's almost here, about a month.
Yeah.
Cockrell's got it in the flat. Jacob a little shake and bake to the 40. On progress, they should give him the 40. No, they should have given him the 41.
They should have
no. Well, the one official down here says give him to the 41, and now he steps back a full yard, and they'll mark it inside the 40.
Yeah. We're about a month, less than a month away from my favorite holiday. Love me some Thanksgiving. I love the gatherings, the food, just everything about Thanksgiving weekend is phenomenal.
And no pressure of gifts.
No.
You just eat.
Exactly. Love the food. Come on.
Trips to the right, Mason Ashby in a slot. See if they fired his way on a 3rd and 5. Over the middle, crossing route, Cockrell, but they caught him at the 43-yard line. That's a nice open field tackle right there by Lindsey Amile, number 15.
Well, and Mikey Maloney again, Sam, took a shot.
He's been hit 3 times today. One was a blind side to the back. The other 2 have been just off to the – but he has taken some shots. Raiders look like they're going to go here, 4th and 1 at their own 43. Wide right, slot left. They got plenty of time on the play clock. It's at 10. Now Mikey gets the call, shouts it out of the line of scrimmage. The play clock is at 5. 4th and 1 Raiders. Maloney gets the snap, turns, fakes, runs. First down. Maloney's got more. 45 to the 40, 35, 30. Mikey Maloney's on a trip to the end zone. He's gone. Touchdown Raiders. 57 yards for Mikey Maloney. 36-17 Mount Union.
Sam, what did you say a little bit earlier about his ball fake and play fake ability? The entire defense sucked in on Darnell Williams, and Mikey was able to take it to the outside, and there wasn't a soul in sight.
Mikey got a little speed now.
He does.
He turned the Jets on around the 20, and there was nobody going to catch him. Franklin to hold. Merrick for the extra point to put the Raiders back on top by 20. 6:58 to go, third quarter. That was a good-looking touchdown. Good-looking snap, spot, and a kick. It's up and good. And the Purple Raiders have extended the lead now to 37-17 with 6:58 to go in the third quarter. That's more like it.
That's what
we come to see.
Well, you figure 2 possessions for Mount Union now. They've put 10 points up. Capital hasn't obviously gotten anything going since halftime. Mikey Maloney's second rushing touchdown of the day. Mount Union looks like they're going to get ready to set it on cruise control, Sam, here, maybe, if Capital's not able to answer.
So 37-17 Mount Union. West Virginia beating number 22 Houston 45-35 with about 4 minutes to go. Illinois 35, Rutgers 13 late fourth. Miami of Florida and SMU, man, what a battle down in Texas. 20-17 Canes with about 2 minutes to go. Here comes Vandy. Texas 34, Vanderbilt 24. Commodores are driving again. Clemson 45, Duke 38. The Blue Devils are driving with 2 minutes to go. Arizona State 23, Iowa State 16 with 7.5 to go. There's the kick, taken by it up, man, at the 30, and a little slide at the 34-yard line. That's where Capital will go 1st and 10. Picking up that ball was Miles Messi, number 40, the sophomore out of Springfield. And that's where the Comets of Capital will go 1st and 10.
Rafferty slipped as he was getting ready to kick that, Sam, and didn't get all of it. Semi-good field position for Capital.
Army beats Air Force today, 2017. North Texas upset Navy, 31-17. First loss for the midshipmen. Buffalo beat BG, 28-3. Those are your final scores so far today. The Sun making its way in here as it usually does, middle of the third quarter. Handoff over the right guard, and absolutely nothing there. Everhart on the tackle for Mount Union. Loss of a yard on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 11.
Earhart went to Avon, and we know that Avon can spit him out. A lot of good talent has been up and out of the Avon Eagles team.
Of course, Mike Elder, longtime coach at Avon now, defending state champions. He is a proud Mount Union alum. The Eagles look to go back-to-back in Division II this year. Just another great coaching member off of the Larry Karras tree here at Mount Union. Duncan hands it off on a delay, and Brandon Bowden says, that'll be enough. That's a loss back to the 29-yard line, so they'll lose 4 more, will the Comets, on that play. And now the Raiders are starting to peel off the line of scrimmage and get after it now here. Took them a little while to get moving, but they're moving now.
You know what was said at halftime. Obviously, we'll never know because we weren't there, but you can see it by the effort being put out by the Mount Union Purple Raiders. I think Coach Dart said, how about we turn it up a notch?
So with 5:35 to go in the third quarter, it's 37-17 Mount Union. Capitals, they're in trouble now, I think. 3rd and 15. Duncan back to throw. Got him back at the 17-yard line. Parker Logan wraps him up and brings him down. Now the defense is humming. Purple Raiders get a nice round of applause by the crowd under the covered stands, and the Capital Comets will punt the football away.
And Duncan, the quarterback for Capital, hobbling off a little bit. Might be a groin. He looks to be hobbling a bit, talking to the coach, and he'll go off with the trainer here. He's hurting.
I think Donovan having a rough go here. That ball is going to bounce all the way inside the 40 down to the Mount Union 39-yard line. And that's where the Purple Raiders will go 1st and 10. I was just looking at the stat sheet here at half. Or was this the first quarter?
That might have been the first quarter.
I was going to say, there's no way he only threw 11 passes in the first half. Yeah, I mean, it seems like he's thrown at least 30, 35 times today.
Here's the halftime ones that we got.
Let me see.
25 times at halftime.
At half. So, yeah, he's over 30 now for sure. He might not be done. Still would like to know what was going on with, as far as the depth chart is concerned. Tyler Love, the redshirt junior out of Tays Valley, not playing today. Again, looked like he was fine warming up today, moving around, throwing the ball, getting in and out of group warm-ups. Capital runs their first team offense out there today, and oops, it's not Tyler Love. It's second string quarterback, Donovan Duncan. Purple Raiders now 2nd and 7 after that 3-yard gain. Steal in motion. Mikey Maloney gets it. This time he'll hand it off. Darnell Williams broke away once, broke away twice, and somehow Darnell was able to fire his way out to the 47-yard line. He got 5 yards on that play all by himself, Darnell Williams.
He's good. Very good. He has the strength. He's got the speed. He is a very talented running back indeed.
Coming up on 3:35 to go in the third quarter. Purple Raiders looking to put a little more space between themselves and the Capital Comets here today. 37-17 Mount Union. Good guys will have a 3rd and 1 at their own 48-yard line as they go left to right here in the third quarter. Sun is back out again here at the stadium. Strong formation left. Mikey fakes it. Mikey runs it. He's not going to get the first down, though. Going to be stopped short. I will bet the farm Mount Union's going to go for it here. Well, last thing they want to do is give the ball up here and have to put the defense back out there. Jeff Dart, pretty sure he's going to go here, 3rd and 1 at their own 48-yard line.
Well, Michael Franklin yet to punt today, and I don't think he's going to do it yet.
So the Raiders up to the line, the play clock, they got plenty of time, 15 on the play clock. And Capital just helped them and jumped off sides. That will be an automatic first down.
And that's what you want. If you're Mount Union right there, you don't even need to
Didn't
run
even
a
have
play.
to run a play.
That's
now the officials huddle. Offsides, Capital. So first down, Purple Raiders. They got A.J. Adams out of Painesville Riverside. Kind of flinched and jumped across the line, and that's a no-no. That's a 5-yard penalty. I'd like to see him go for the biggie right here. Little play action and send somebody on a fly, let him go. 1st and 10, Maloney in the gun. Play action for Mikey. There he goes, deep for Cockrell. He's got him. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Sam Berkwin calling the plays for the Mount Union Purple Raiders.
Hey, the opportunity called for it. You've got the talent. 47 yards. Cockrell on the end of a pass for Mikey Maloney. 43-17 Mount Union.
And this was the Mount Union we thought we would see today. Sam, they are now clicking on all cylinders and ready to go. I think Merrick can put this one off the roof of the building.
If he wants to.
Oh, he should.
Let's see. 43-17, Purple Raiders with 2:21 left to go. Michael Franklin gets the snap. Merrick's extra point is up and good, and it's a 44-17 Mount Union lead. But I think what happened here today, Mount Union came out swinging, 13-0, and I think they just had one of those moments of this one's over, kind of, sort of. And Capital sensed that. They got back in it. And it was 27-17. Cap was having success moving the ball. They were making some big plays. They were hustling. They were running after the ball. Then halftime came. And I'm pretty sure it was a one-sided conversation inside the Mount Union locker room. And now they've come out here in the third quarter and have taken it from 27-17 to 44-17 and still 2:21 left to go.
It'll be great getting a chance to talk to Coach Dart. I'm going to ask him that question exactly. What did you say to the guys at halftime to fire them up?
And you know,
the second half.
You know what you're going to get for an answer?
Sure.
That's between me and the team. Next question.
He might give us a little bit. Maybe.
Give me my Snickers bar. Rafferty with the kick, but that was a goofy-looking kick. Picked up at the 30-yard line and down at the 37. Looked like that ball was just mishit, or did he slip again?
I think he mishit it this time. That was a knuckleball coming off the tee.
He's hearing it, too. One of the Mount Union coaches out there about 4 or 5 yards on the field saying, what are we doing?
Yeah, when he
it's weird, though. You know, you talked about the one where he slipped on.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that, you know what I mean? Your next time you take the approach to the kick and you're thinking, am I going to slip again? You just kind of mishit it.
Yeah, it was definitely a knuckleball coming off the tee.
So here come the Capital Comets with 2:18 left to go in the third. It's a 44-17 Mount Union lead. Sun is out. Just a comfortable day to watch some college football right now. And the Mount Union defense is just teeing off. On the running backs, on the quarterbacks, Caleb Brown just made another tackle for loss on Brandon Hambrick, the freshman running back out of Bishop Hartley. And that's going to be a loss of 2. It'll bring up second down and 12 as we crack the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter.
Well, Sam Hambrick had 6 carries for -4 yards in the first half. So I think he's already still negative in the second half.
Caleb Brown leads the OAC in sacks with 5.5, 27 sacks all time. He's 5th on the all-time list. Behind Tom Lally, Rossi Moore, James Herbert, and Charles DeSole. There's a handoff out to the 32-yard line, and a stop for the Purple Raiders by Julian Solis, the freshman out of Mentor. As we all know, a fantastic program up by the lake. Mentor Cardinals.
Coach Gray is one of the good ones. Love that guy. So nice. Very, very friendly every time I'm up there in Mentor. He runs a phenomenal program.
Of course, he took over for who was the longtime coach at Mentor before Gray. I know Bob Krasanzik was the longtime basketball coach at Mentor. That's a great football program, great facility. Jerome T. Osborne Stadium up there at Mentor. Duncan's going to go back and wing it again. Caleb Brown just got held 15 times. They didn't call anything, and Duncan will skedaddle out of bounds at the 34-yard line. He'll pick up 2.
I don't know what the ref was looking at. He was staring.
I mean,
he was right
there. If I can see it.
And you got the sun in your eyes. You're squinting too, and you still saw it.
I'm getting a little suntan right now. I'm all for it. 4th and 11 for Cap. They'll punt it away with 42 seconds to go in the third. Mason Ashby. All right, Mason. This is your opportunity right here. I'm calling it. Now, my prediction doesn't count if they kick it away from him.
This is a quarterback now standing at the 20.
Yeah, Logan is going to run it. Now he's going to boot it. Ashby's just going to pick it up at the 20. Got away at the 25 to the 30. Mason Ashby to the 40. Ashby to the 45 to the 50 to the 45. Mason Ashby to the 40, 35. Come on, young man. To the 30-yard line and out of bounds. That's what we're talking about. Mason Ashby with the return. And the Raiders in business, 1st and 10 at the Capital 30-yard line. Check out these moves on the return by the former Hoover Viking.
I think he did this several times for North Canton Hoover, both as a receiver and as a kick returner. He is just a very talented young man. Mason Ashby. I know, Sam, you and I both were hoping he would break it and take it to the house.
He's going to get one. He's going to get one here sooner than later. So 7 seconds left to go in the third. Purple Raiders will take over 1st and 10. They lead 44-17 here at Cara Stadium at Mount Union on a beautiful Saturday. A little windy, but boy, the sun's out. As long as you got your sunglasses and you're sitting on this side, you're in good shape. Under the covered stands, I bet you it's a little chilly because they are in shade pretty much the entire day. 1st and 10 for Mount at the Cap 30. Play action for Mikey. He's going to go deep again. He's got a man wide open. Grant, touchdown in the back of the end zone. 30 yards in the air. Mikey Maloney, Davion Grant, 50 burger for the Raiders. 50-17 Mount Union.
Davion's second touchdown of the day. Sam, I loved how he went down in that corner and he high pointed that football, made the catch. It was going to be his ball or nobody's ball. And I love the celebration afterwards.
And who's running that clock down there? That ball, that needs to be a triple zeros. I say that in good heart. Extra point is up and good. And it's a 51-17 Mount Union lead with 1 second left to go in the third quarter. Tell you what, Grant's been kind of quiet the last couple of weeks. There's a game or two where he didn't get much action, but he went up and made a play there and looked really good doing it. It's a 51-17 Purple Raider lead.
Now Mount Union has scored. What's the math there, Sam?
27, 13, 24.
24 unanswered points. It was 27-17 at halftime. So, yeah, I mean, Mount Union has been a completely different team here in the second half. They're clicking.
Yep.
Now let's see if Mr. Rafferty can put one in the air here and not a knuckleball and not a slip and fall down kick.
By the way, those of you that are wondering, yes, the Purple Raiders have scored in the 569th consecutive game, dating back to November 7th, 1981.
What a streak.
I mean, seriously. 569 games in a row they've scored. It's the odds of that happening.
Oh, no.
It's just insane. Rafferty just kicked the ball out of bounds.
It bounced out at the 2. He got it in the air, though. Still no time off the clock. They're going to make sure that 1 second, Sam, lasts a little while.
Well, they are, aren't they? Purple Raiders, after today, will have won 82 consecutive regular season games. That's the longest streak in all divisions in college football. Mount's last regular season loss, former OAC opponent John Carroll, November 12, 2016, here, 31-28. 2016, the last time they lost a regular season game. Almost 10 years.
Yeah. Wow.
1 second left to go, barring a penalty. Hambrick's going to get the carry. He's hog-tied by Weston Arthur at the 37-yard line, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Good day to be a Raider. As always, 15 minutes left to go here in Alliance. Mount Union 51 and Capital 17. We'll take a break and come back with the fourth quarter right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
Oh, I need new kitchen cabinets and countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is a craft-made dealer, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Back here at the University of Mount Union, Sam Berkwin, Mike Voorhees with me today. You've been a good luck charm so far.
2-0.
2-0.
Let's see if they invite me back for a third one.
What are we waiting for here now?
It was the back judge. I think he had a question.
Of course he did.
Maybe he may needed some clarification on their dinner reservations for tonight.
Go over to Chives and call it a day. There's a pass deep down. That's going to be picked off by the Purple Raiders. Number 12. That is Ricky Leback with the interception, the second interception of the day for the Purple Raiders. Ricky out of CVCA, better known as Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. And the Purple Raiders will take over 1st and 10. I think Capital has hit the quit button. right now.
I think we'll see a different quarterback under center next time through for Capital. Coach not happy with that throw by Duncan. Let's see, will Mount Union do the same? Will we see a bunch of different folks under?
Got our latest edition of our stats here as we start the fourth quarter. The Purple Raiders 466 total yards. Wow. On the flip side, though, Capital
289.
289. I know.
I think in the
Raider
second-
coaches won't be happy with that.
Second half, it's negative. We got a new quarterback, Sammy.
We most certainly do. Chase Copper is in, number 11, getting some duty here. There's Weaver over the left side to the 33-yard line. Lucas Weaver, I love watching him run. Young man out of Walsh Jesuit. Not the biggest guy out there, but he runs with the best of them. Lucas, a freshman.
Got to see him last week a little bit late in the ball game, and he definitely had a couple of really good carries towards the end of the game.
Second and I'm going to say gain of 1. I don't care what scoreboard says. Second down and 9. Pass is caught out here at the 38-yard line. Pass is caught by Preston Smith out of Archbishop Moeller. The Fighting Crusaders ready to make another run in the Division I OHSAA state playoffs, along with St. X, Elder.
And they're loaded down
every
there.
year. Every year.
So loaded.
Well, they might get a little run for their money from 1 or 2 or 3 of the teams in Olentangy this year.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
It'll be fun to watch.
That's going to be fun down there. Chase going to go back to throw and roll right. He fires, got a man open. That's the tight end, Matt Anderson, to the 45. Tippy toes out of bounds and got a first down at the 46-yard line. Matt Anderson with his first catch of the day out of Scottsdale, Arizona, Desert Mountain High School. First down, Mount Union.
It's a great city to golf in.
It is.
Lots to do in Scottsdale.
It's lucky enough to get out there probably 4 or 5 times when I was out covering the Indians in spring training back in the day. We'd hop on over to Scottsdale and Tempe and wherever else we could get into. Hand off over the right side and still chucking and down to the 45-yard line for Weaver. We'll be just short of the first down. Scottsdale's got some beautiful, it's just a beautiful area.
Oh,
Beautiful
absolutely.
area. Golf courses and restaurants and just
the sights out
Nice.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great place to be. They're going to say he was a yard short of the first down.
So they'll put Weaver down at the Capital 45. It'll bring up 2nd and 1 Raiders. 12:27 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mount Union in cruise control now, 51-17 over Capital. Anderson in motion. Chase will give it to Weaver again. Lucas got a first down inside the 42 to the 40, and Weaver still grinding and jumping his legs inside the 38 down to the 37 and a first down.
That's great to get some reps in if you're freshman, sophomore. The backups, you love seeing them in there, still fighting, proving that they belong here at Mount Union.
So Mount will go 8-0 on the season. They'll get ready for a trip to Marietta next Saturday afternoon. We'll be there, 1310 WDPN. Kickoff 1:30 down on the river. Chance to catch up with longtime SID Jeff Shalley down there at Marietta. Always takes great care of us when we go down for football and basketball over the years. Get a chance to look at the navy blue turf down there with their soccer field that's right behind the football stadium. Still can't get over that every time I see it. I mean,
It's not normal.
You think Boise State looks weird with their blue carpet? You got to go down and see Marietta's navy blue turf on their soccer field and lacrosse field. Motion to the left. Chase hands it off to Weaver. 40. Lucas 35. Shake and bake 30. 25, 20 down the sidelines. There he goes and knocked out of bounds and around the 10-yard line. Weaver, big time run and another first down for Mount Union.
Well, they're just pouring it on right now.
Making a little making a little statement around the Division III world, around Ohio. People that said, "Oh, 27-17." Now they're going to look and say, "Oh, okay."
Yep.
Mount was just
Tale of two
playing around a
halves.
little
Yeah,
bit.
they're playing a little cat and mouse.
Yeah. Well, you can do homework in this stadium right now and not be bothered. It is just so quiet. Lucas Weaver again right up the middle between the guard and tackle, and he'll weasel his way down to around the 7, maybe the 6-yard line. It'll be second down and goal for the Raiders. Sam Burke with Mike Voorhees going to be a part of your Saturday afternoon. Well, college football today. Buckeyes are winner over Penn State, 38-14. Texas held on for dear life to beat Vanderbilt today, 34-30. That was a blowout.
Early, yeah.
I mean, Diego Pavia and the Commodores came fighting back, but they fall just short down in Austin. That'll probably knock Vandy out of the top 10.
Yeah. Oh, for sure it will.
It's a tough loss for them. I mean, they were really rolling. Chase back to throw it in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. What a grab by Preston Smith. He high-pointed it. He grabbed it with two hands right at the goal line. He squeezed that pigskin, rumbled through the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union, 57-17, Purple Raiders.
Again, just doesn't matter if it's the starters, doesn't matter if it's the backups. There's so much talent on this Purple Raider team, and they show it week in, week out, Sam.
Offense has been impressive here in the second half. Merrick on for the extra point. Missed an extra point earlier today, but he's been perfect ever since. He's actually going to get a kick at this end of the stadium, the opposite end of the scoreboard. The kick is up and good. 10:01 to go in the ball game. It's now 58-17 Mount Union. Yep.
What can you do? I mean, if you're Capital now, you're just going to play for respect. You're going to get some reps. And you're going to chalk it up and say, we'll try it again next week. Let's see who they trot out as their quarterback. Will it be Duncan? Will it be a different name under center?
Well, if it's not Duncan.
Oh, Sam, look who's kicking off.
Okay. Here we go, Brock Huggins. Young man out of Perry.
Oh, my.
Boy, did he crush the ball in high school, didn't he?
Did. Sam, we've got overtime between SMU and the U.
I knew that was going to be a tough game.
Mustangs hit the field goal late to send it to OT.
SMU is no joke. They made the playoffs last year, remember, before getting beat by Penn State. But they've turned things around down there. Look at Brock Huggins. How about that? 7 yards deep in the end zone. Hey, he's only a freshman, by the way.
It was awesome to watch him kick at Perry for the Perry Panthers. He was almost as automatic as they come for Perry.
So Brock goes off to the sideline and gets a couple of high fives and handshakes from his teammates.
Let's see.
Could have a nice long future here with Mount Union. Merrick just a junior, so he's got one more year to go. So Brock will have to wait his turn, but he'll get there.
Let's see who the quarterback is. They got Cecil Shorts up on our TV screen.
Yeah, inducted into the Mount Union College Hall of Fame over the weekend.
He was a good one. Oh,
Sure
I
was.
remember watching him. He was so good.
All right, I think we've got a new signal caller. Well, is that 16 or
16.
15 down there?
16.
That's 16. So, new quarterback. That is Evan Clefane. Nope, I'm sorry. That's another 16. This is Michael Kaus, quarterback out of, speaking of Olentangy. Olentangy Orange. Junior, he will take the reins for the rest of the afternoon. So, Michael, I'm going to say that's Klaus, number 16.
I think you were dead on, sir. Klaus, it is. Obviously, in college, they got a lot of double numbers.
Yep. Klaus will hand it off to the tailback. Purple Raiders have pretty much, they have full-scale subbed their defense, so all the All the ones are out, and the twos are in. That was Hambrick with the carry. He's had a rough day today for Cap. 9:10 running clock, fourth quarter, 58-17 Purple Raiders here at Caras Stadium.
Hambrick, 7 carries, -1 yard.
Mount defense has been, they did give up 17 today, but second half they really played well.
Only 62 rushing yards allowed by the Mount Union Purple Raiders through 3 quarters.
So Klaus will run the ship here for the final 8 minutes and 40 seconds. He'll go back to throw. That's going to be caught and brought down at the they're going to give him the 36, so that'll be a first down for Capital. The Comets move the sticks with 8:23 to go in the game, and they're down 58-17. Post-game show coming up at the conclusion of today's game on 1310 WDPN. We'll have some stats, a little chit-chat, play some highlights for you, check the scores, and a whole lot more coming up after the game, which is 8 minutes and 5 seconds away, plus we have the 2-minute stoppage. Klaus, play action. Over the middle, it's caught at the 49-yard line of the first down. Nice catch.
He's hurt.
By Haneke, yeah. Coming up hobbling, he's going to have to come out.
On the tackle,
He just barrel rolled.
it is first down.
He was down. He tried to get up, and he thought maybe he would be able to half run, half jog, half skip off the field, and then he went down around the 40. I think he just needs help up here a little bit. So 7:43 to go. Let's take a break. 58-17. Mount Union will come back with more Purple Raider football right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
Get ready. Football's biggest moments are coming to Canton. Catch the Open Doors Bowl Series on November 22nd, the OHSAA State Football Championships December 4th through 6th, and the NCAA Division III Football National Championship, the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, on January 4th. It's all happening in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Experience the tradition, the excitement, and the game day energy. All in Canton, Ohio. Plan your visit and get ticket details now at visitcanton.com.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Boy, Tom Benson Stadium is going to be a busy place, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, the OHSAA State Football Championships. They mentioned the Open Doors Bowl.
Anything to help pub the city of Canton. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Second down and 9 for Capital. Klaus going to go back to sling it deep down the left side. Caught. No, he dropped it at the 23. That was almost a heck of a grab by the wide receiver, Carter, or Devine, I should say. Out of Gahanna Lincoln. Good defense by Noah down there. That'll bring up third down and 9. 6:45 left to go.
You gotta let him play there. The hand fighting, all of it, the entire way down the sideline.
50-50 ball. You let that go, and they did.
Ricky Williams, the freshman corner out of Montgomery, Alabama.
Well, they got so many to pick from. There's a sack back at the 47-yard line. That was Elijah Franklin, number 90, getting the sack for the Raiders. Elijah out of Episcopal of Jacksonville in Jacksonville, Florida. He's the senior. Well, we've had some TFLs today, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
All right, Mason Ashby back at his 15-yard line. 6:15 to go in the game. Purple Raiders in cruise control, 58-17 after a huge third quarter. It was 27-17 at the half, if that gives you any idea. There's the punt. High, wobbly. They'll let that one go. They'll take a capital bounce inside the 15. It'll roll inside the 10, and they'll down it at the Mount Union 8-yard line. 5:50 to go. Raiders will take over first and 10. So who do you think out of our area.
Yeah.
Divisions 1 through 7. Who's got the best chance to get a state championship in high school football?
Well, I think Avon stands a chance there. I like Mentor out of Division 1. I think Mentor undefeated.
They go get past Eds if they would
I
happen
think they
to.
can. I think Ed's that loss to Massillon.
They've been beat up too a little.
And
bit.
they
I
lost.
think Massillon beat them up.
Oh, that's right. Massillon beat them up.
Yep. Purple Raiders, Josiah Hunter around the right side out of Girard. Picks up a couple of yards.
Well, I was going to say Hoban is who I meant. Obviously, the loss to Hoban kind of hurt St. Ed's a little bit. But Mentor, again, you're undefeated until you lose. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna ride their train a little bit. But again, like Division 2, Massillon always. I mean, can we count out Nate Moore and the Massillon Tigers?
No way. I think every year it's Copper fires a pass out there complete. A little short of the first down at the 18-yard line. I think year after year you can, and we call them the usual suspects. Massillon, Hoban, Avon. I mean, count those three every year, no matter what. No matter what, they're going to be there. And then it's just if you can find the other five and try to get a solid top 8 to see what the trail will look like to get to the state championship game. I mean, Walsh Jesuits very good.
Yeah, I think
they'll be a player, I'm sure.
Highland
is very good.
Both of them undefeated, looking really good. So yeah, we'll have our top 8 for sure.
D2 is pretty loaded, especially up here.
Yeah.
In the north area. I got some good teams down in Franklin County, and of course down in Cincinnati. You have some teams that have fluctuated Division 1, Division 2. LaSalle seems to bounce back from Division 1, Division 2 every other year.
I mean, Division 7 is Maria Stein, Marion
Oh,
Local
forget that.
every year.
That's
that's
over.
locked up.
That's over.
What's their winning streak now? 70? Is it 73 straight games?
It's like
they've had some tight ones, but they have found ways to win, and when it mattered most.
And there's a school that some years, I swear to you, that they have graduated 22 starters, and they'll come back the very next year and win a state championship.
Yep.
It's the same names of the same families of the decades that don't leave. They stay there, they live there, they work there, they play there, they grow their family there.
Yep.
And it's passed down. And Coach Goodwin, I mean, what can you say about the job he's done? And it's just they're a factory, and they're a public school, but it's just a factory.
I've had friends ask, what's in the water down at Marion Local? Because, they just year after year after year, they continue to dominate. Who will be the team that beats them?
And it's like, when's the last time they were challenged in the title game?
Yeah.
Like, they've had a couple scares along the way in the tournament.
What did they do
when
last year?
When it comes to the championship game day, nobody comes within a mile of them.
They had Hillsdale, Jeromesville Hillsdale last year, and Hillsdale looked really, really good. I know we saw them up. They beat Malvern on a 2 Hail Mary.
Oh my gosh!
I was at that game with Ryan Keller calling
Perry?
it, and
Right? Is that a Perry High School?
was at Perry, yeah. And it was. And then they go on to that championship game, and Maria Stein. It was over at the end of the second quarter.
It was
like, oof. I felt bad for Jeromesville Hillsdale.
Yep.
But again, it's going to take a special kind of team to beat Maria Stein, Marion Local.
I think you want to watch out again this year for Garraway.
Yep.
To maybe repeat. They've got one of the best running backs I've ever seen at any level in high school football.
You talking Indian Valley?
Yeah, Indian Valley.
Janaden Hutton?
Yeah, Indian Valley is what I meant.
Kinsey. Yeah. Grady Kinsey is his name.
You think he'll go back to back?
I think so.
Mr.
He is.
Football?
I have watched him play. There's something different about him. He is short in stature, but his legs are so strong. He just doesn't get tackled. It just game after game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns, and then he's on the sideline watching the rest of the game. But in those 5 touchdowns, he's ran for over 300 yards. He
is something.
Yeah. Grady Kinsey, a name to watch out. Man, I'd love to see him at Ohio State. Man, I would love to watch him on Saturday afternoon in the scarlet and gray.
You think he could play at that
he
level?
Could. I think he could. He is very talented.
Gonna have to bypass Bo Jackson.
That's fine.
Of course, if you want to wait a little while,
Yeah.
get a little NIL money maybe to
Sure.
tide you over while you're waiting your turn, and that's not a bad way to go down in Columbus. Copper going to go back to throw on a 3rd and 4. Chase steps up in the pocket, got a man open, caught at the 40, off to the races. Can he go? He will. 10-5 touchdown. Preston Smith.
For the second time this quarter.
68 yards on the touchdown. Mount Union 64 and Capital 17. 2 minutes to go in the ballgame. Nicely done, Chase Copper.
He looks really good. That ball that he just threw, nice tight little spiral, hit him in stride, and away he goes. Again, Mount Union, year after year after year, just the talent that they have here is unbelievable.
Well, they've got a very deep, rich group to pick from. You're talking about hundreds of kids in the football program year after year after year, and they're getting the best coaching, they're getting the best training, the best facilities, the tradition. If you do the right thing, and if you're patient and you're hungry enough, you'll get your opportunity. I know easier said than done sometimes. High school kids sometimes don't want to hear that, and I get it. We were all there. But if you're able to do that, you can have yourself a nice career here, whether it's a year, 3 years, 4 years. You're going to have a chance to go get that ring every single season. You're going to play at a great facility. You're going to get great support. That's why people come to Mount Union. Very, very simple.
I'm going to change my vote. Can Grady Kinsey come here instead?
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Grady Kinsey, if you're listening, or friends or family of his are listening, Mount Union is a beautiful, beautiful facility. We would love to watch you continue your collegiate career. Come play here. We'll take.
I'm trying to woo J.R. Jackson over here myself.
Well, he's another good one too.
Huggins with the kickoff. Young man out of Perry puts that 5 yards deep in the end zone. Man. So we got 2 minutes to go here. 65-17 Mount. Again, post-game show coming up at the conclusion of our game today. We appreciate you hanging out with us here on 1310 WDPN, our Facebook page, our X page, and of course, Q92 Radio page on YouTube and Q92radiosports.com.
I was going to say, for J.R. Jackson, it's a short walk from Alliance High School over to the University of Mount Union. He is very, very good. How did he look last night, Sam? Obviously,
it was tough. It was tough for him last night because Geneva was coming after him, and their defense, like, it was such a great game plan. It was like you always hear contain, practice contain. I've never seen a team contain like they did last night. There was no getting around the edges all night last night. And JR, I mean, as good as he is, they couldn't get untracked.
Well, he was
Geneva's a good team, and they did it without one of their best running backs last night, Bryson Pete, who got hurt in the second quarter, and they still put 46 on the board.
Was JR, I know he was injured, and he was kind of a game-time decision.
So that was Hawkins.
Hawkins.
That was Hawkins, yeah. Hawkins played last night, but Alliance as a whole offensively couldn't get into a rhythm last night. Sometimes, my dad used to tell me, sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. And last night was a tough night. What a great season for Coach Tim Goodman and the Aviators. First time in the history of the school. They hosted a playoff game last night. They won 8 games in a big road win against Streetsboro earlier in the season. They beat their rival, Marlington. They had a great game against West Branch. Played Louisville tough here week 3. But it's tough to see a lot of those kids last night because, I mean, you go out, they thought they were going to win that game last night, obviously, as you should.
Yeah.
And it was tough to see some of the seniors kind of hit them last night. You could tell in the fourth quarter, but they had a great year.
Geneva will have their hands full with CVCA for sure.
Oh, yes, they will. 30 seconds to go here as the time is about to run out here at Kara Stadium. 65-17 Mount Union with the lead.
It might be
It should be the final snap of the afternoon. Post-game show will be coming up here. Purple Raiders will put number 8 in their pocket, and they'll get ready to go to Marietta 1 week from today, and then Muskingum will be here in 2 weeks on 1310 WDPN. Your final score at Kara Stadium, Mount Union 65 and Capital 17. Mike and I will come back with the post-game report. That's next on AM 1310 WDPN and Q92 Radiosports.com.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455. Get ready. Football's biggest moments are coming to Canton. Catch the Open Doors Bowl Series on November 22nd, the OHSAA State Football Championships December 4th through 6th, and the NCAA Division III Football National Championship, the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl on January 4th. It's all happening in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Experience the tradition, the excitement, and the game day energy. All in Canton, Ohio. Plan your visit and get ticket details now at visitcanton.com.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today? What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
I need new faucets and a vanity, maybe even a whole new bathroom, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing Registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Sam Berkman, Mike Voorhees back in the postgame here on AM 1310 WDPN. Final score, the University of Mount Union 65 and Capital 17. The Raiders go to 8-0 on this season. They went out to a quick 13-0 lead and then kind of put the brakes on a little bit. And Capital said, okay, well, while we're here, we might as well try to make a game of it. And they did. Got it to 20 to 13? 20 to 17 at one point.
Yeah.
Went to 27-17 at the half, and then look out below.
Yeah, 20 to 10, 27-17, and then they just
13. It was actually 13 to 10. Was as close as it was. That was after a touchdown run by Johnson at the 2:05 mark of the first quarter. But then the third quarter, Mount Union said, "Okay, the gloves are coming off," and it went from 27-17 to 65-17 in front of 1,874 paid crowd here today at Alliance. But whatever coach said at halftime, it seemed to work, and they handled their business here in the third quarter, especially and in the second half overall.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this was a dominant win. Obviously, I think you said it best, Sam. Mount Union got out to that fast start, a pick six to start it, and then the offense went down and got a score, and I think they thought it was over. Kind of checked out a little bit, and Capital made it close. Coach Dart got him at halftime and said, "Hey, this isn't what we do here. Let's fix it and right the ship quick." And by golly, in this second half, Capital got nothing.
Raiders They handed it to them in the second half on the way to a 65-17 win. We're waiting on the final stats. As soon as we get those, we'll run through those, get you some scores, and we'll bid you adieu. Do want to shout out the newest edition of the M Club Hall of Fame. They were recognized at halftime today. Mike Barton, men's wrestling, the class of 90. Drew McClain, class of 2010 from football. Brian Mogus, men's tennis. Melissa Momke Morrison, women's volleyball. Jamie Surratt, men's soccer. Cecil Shorts III, who's being interviewed down there right now by Nate Larisha. Selena Holmes, the class of 86. Selena Holmes Smith, women's track and field. Jeremy Yoder, class of 2000 for football. And Kerry Kuhn, 03. Dara Ford, 05. And Mike Paycheck from 1998. All given the Award of Excellence today here at the University of Mount Union. 65-17, your final score. Don't forget you can join me and Jeff Dart on the Sam Berkwood Show every Thursday at 3:35 here on AM 1310 WDPN. We catch up with Coach midweek, see how the week of practice is going. We get ready for the next opponent, see what else is going on here at Mount Union. Every Thursday at 3:35, Jeff Dart on with me on 1310 WDPN. All right, I'm not sure if we have any breaks left. If we do, we'll take them. If not, we'll stay here and we'll wait for the stats, and we'll go from there. Sometimes the numbers don't come up as quick sometimes after the ball game because they're running a million copies and trying to get them everywhere. In the meantime, let's run down the scoreboard here now. Ohio State beat Penn State today, 38-14. 8 minutes to go, I should say. Arizona State 24, Iowa State 19. New Mexico 27, UNLV 21 in the first half. Virginia Tech over Louisville 16-7. K-State over Texas Tech 7-zip. Stanford leads Pitt 10-7. Virginia over Cal 7-0. Okie State over Kansas 7-0. Final scores from earlier today. Oh my goodness gracious.
What happened?
Somebody check on Dabo.
Oh, no.
46-45, Duke beats Clemson in Death Valley.
I think Debo's out.
Wow.
At Clemson.
Wow. That is, wow. Army beat Air Force 2017. Texas hung on to beat Vandy. Oh, we got a score correction. Now it's 34-31. That's a rather large switch in the score, if you know what I mean. SMU beat Miami of Florida 26-20 in overtime. North Texas upset Navy 31-17. Illinois over Rutgers. West Virginia beat Houston 45-35. Baylor over UCF 30-3. Buffalo over Bowling Green 28-3. Those are your final scores. Any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
This happened. We knew what was going to happen today. Mount Union came in and took care of business. On to Marietta next week, and I think it'll be more of the same for the Purple Raiders.
Well, we're hoping so. All right. Good job, brother.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Great
pleasure
job. Great
working
to work
with you today. Yes.
Thanks to Mike Voorhees for stepping in today. You had a busy football weekend. High school last night, Mount Union today. And we'll see you back at the office on Monday.
Yes,
by the way,
sir.
Young man. Thanks to Ryan Rainsberg back at the studio, and thanks to all of you for listening today. We always do appreciate it. Final score one more time. Mount Union 65, Capital 17. Sam Berkwood saying so long from the University of Mount Union. You've been listening to Purple Raider Football on AM 1310 WDPN. Have a great night, everybody.
Bonford Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonford Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Get ready. Football's biggest moments are coming to Canton. Catch the Open Doors Bowl Series on November 22nd, the OHSAA State Football Championships December 4th through 6th, and the NCAA Division III Football National Championship, the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, on January 4th. It's all happening in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Experience the tradition, the excitement, and the game day energy. All in Canton, Ohio. Plan your visit and get ticket details now at visitcanton.com.